This is the Simpit.
Looks great.
I'm your host, Shaun
What
Cole,
color?
way down here in the bottom right. Hey, everybody out there. And this is Hotlap Humpday by Ricmotech. We are here. I guess this is the halfway point. This is the 6th month of the
It
year.
is.
We are
Oy.
halfway through our search for the 12 fastest hot lappers in the nation, in the world. And we are here for this month's edition in a totally, talk about new combination. You know it's new when you got to buy the car and you got to buy the track before the event. But we are here at the new Sandown, home of horsepower down under, and we are in, fittingly, the supercar Holden ZB Commodore. Well, I'm in the Commodore. Some will be in the Mustang. So we have the Mustang versus the Commodore down under at Sandown Raceway. Didn't have the car, didn't have the track, had to download everything. And you'll be in the same boat for a lot of you out there, I'm sure. So on top of that, we've got a whole cast of characters and people and things to see. You can see we've got 2 cameras from Ricmotech ready to go down there. We've got Robby Unser there right beside me. He's ready to go. We've got Brian Highcutter on mic today. He's going to be out on track, probably showing us the fast way around the track. And then none other than, and let me introduce and bring him on the mic now, Kevin Ford, who will be calling the action for today's event. Kevin, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How we doing out there in Sim World? Great to see everyone tonight, and we do have an exciting event, to say the least. Yes, the Holden Commodore and the Ford Mustang going head-to-head at the new horsepower track of Sandown Raceway. Really excited to get this one underway tonight, Sean.
Is this track, is it fast? I've never been here.
It's very fast.
Oh, I started with the stop and go.
Yeah, it's nothing but speed here.
I don't know if I have a rev limiter mapped. Do I? This car is blowing out the bass in my speakers and my headphones.
Yeah, it's a very loud car. Yeah, this is nothing but horsepower hot lap Wednesday today.
Okay, so wait, Amir's already helping out. So as you guys know, Hotlap Humpday all started with the concept of open house Wednesdays at Ricmotech and being able to let the people in Southern Florida come in and try out the gear, hang out, have a good time, have some hors d'oeuvres while they race and hang out and talk sim racing. That's where it all started. And then obviously with lockdown, that went away for a very long time. A couple months ago, we were able to actually bring you action from Ricmotech once again. But with that, we had the troubles of adding new elements to the stream. So I will be the first to admit, the last 2 streams were embarrassing on my part. And with that being the case, we have done some work, and I think we've corrected things, but I am always looking for you guys' help. We're going to get it eventually where we have the perfect balance of audio, video, and even the personality. So Joe is saying that my audio is a little low, so let me make a quick
I'd agree.
I know where that is. Robby, you're hearing me low. There's nothing I'm going to be able to do. The adjustment I'm making won't help you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to raise my volume in.
Gonna raise the roof there, Sean?
Yeah, well, because I'm listening to me. I'm going to put me up to 0. How'd that sound? All right, we've made a quick adjustment to Sean's audio. And thank you, Amir. Thank you very much. Amir just confirmed that it was just my audio. So I've now gone +10 on Sean's audio. And you guys let me know how that is. But most importantly, how's Kevin Ford's audio?
Well,
right,
let's hope it's on target. We have an interesting new addition tonight, as all of the Ricmotech machines down at the open house are labeled now moving forward for our Hot Lap Challenge.
Yeah,
Those
that
will be
guy's
labeled
just...
Ricmotech 1, 2, 3, and 4 will be the cars that you see on the standings list there. Of course, there will be a variety of drivers that are down at the open house tonight. Going in and checking out all of the simulators there at Ricmotech. So we'll have a variety of drivers coming into those Ricmotech 1 through 4 simulators tonight. And of course, the cars are all painted up as such. They all have Ricmotech painted all over them and in different color sequences. I believe we have a blue and a yellow, I think a red one out there. So make it a lot easier now for us to see the drivers that are actually driving in the open house simulators, Sean.
Whoa! Yeah, that always helps, and that we should have the corresponding numbers there on the streams. If I notice that Ricmotech 1, you can't read the writing because it's a very bright room. We'll have to change the contrast. The password is right there, down, under. I don't think we gave it out, but it is right there on the screen. But I know that you're looking at a lot of information up on that screen, so I forgive you if you missed that. This car is crazy squirrely. You touch the gas pedal.
Beyond squirrely.
I love it.
Oh yeah, that's how these cars drive in real life. They are a beast to handle. Lots of horsepower. Now, I will be controlling our main feed tonight, guys, so this will make it a lot easier to follow me when I'm commentating on that final event tonight, that dual 15-minute sprint race that will be coming up at the end of our qualifying practice here. And it'll make it a lot easier to keep track of what's going on the track here. So let's go to most exciting. Of course, Robby Unser out there in his very familiar chrome machine, doing his dance out on the track here, trying to get those times in. Let's see how those times are doing. Let's see if we actually have an official time on the board, and we do. Corey Allen in that number 11 machine tonight coming in with a 1:10.926. So that's a pretty decent time here, actually.
A what time?
2:10, or I'm sorry, a 1:10.926.
I can't even get around.
I haven't made a lap. You?
Watching
Robby's
that Ricmotech
mic
4
is a bit
machine
hot.
coming down into turn 1 there, getting a little bit loose, under braking. Watching Shaun Cole now. Here comes Robby in his chrome machine. Back to Shaun, making his run through turn 1 there. Follow Shaun for a moment here and see how he does through that 2-3 complex. 13 corners at this track, but some of them, I'll tell you, oh, Shaun, oh, man, getting fancy, doing a little tech slap in there.
Getting fancy.
Yeah, man. Good stuff.
Andrew Slissons, how you doing?
Yeah, great to see Andrew
Izzy's
Slissons
here.
out there. Yeah, we're getting quite a few of the regulars coming in already tonight. Aldous Butelli, great to see him out here
forgetting
again.
that corner.
Boy,
is
he
there.
is fast, and he should be laying down some incredible times here, certainly. Our second lap time here is out of that Ricmotech 2 machine, coming to us from Miami Lakes there at the Ricmotech headquarters. That driver's landed a 111.497. The Ricmotech 3 machine is in with a 116.246. Robby, I'm going to have you pull your mic away just a little bit there. Thank you.
I turned him down just a teeny.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Just a teeny, because I know it's mostly the
Yeah, that'll
breathing.
work, Robby. Thank you.
Okay. Hey, John Hill, how you doing? Joa, how you doing? Amir, Wade, Jason, how you doing, buddy? Andrus, Izzy. Man, life is treating me so well, Izzy. I live in Santa Cruz, California, where life is just good. Say.
Beautiful Sandown Raceway. Used to run this track years ago. It is one of my favorites, actually. I just love this place. I think it is a blast to drive. 1.92 miles to get it done around here. It's a 13-turn course located in Melbourne, Australia. Course actually opened up exactly 60 years ago in 1962. This place has been around for quite a few years. They've been running the supercars here for, oh my gosh, decades, really. Supercars, V8 supercars, starting their series in 1997, and they've been running here pretty much ever since. I think they stopped in 03 and then maybe returned in 2012. They did a repave of the track, did some upgrades. I think in 2019 they actually extended the runoff area at the end of the backstretch here to give some space there for drivers to be able to run off, if they miss that corner. There's just so much speed at this course coming down that backstretch, and of course heading down into turn 1 is pretty fast as well. Whoa, Shaun!
Which part? Wait, I'm sitting on the right side of the car, huh?
Tapping the grass there.
Yeah, I gotta remember.
Yeah, right.
I gotta remember that. That's the fat side over there.
Yes,
Oh.
exactly. That's right. Yep.
Thank you, Simpit ACC. Thank you.
Password, of course, is down
That
under.
Mike?
We have that on the screen there. DOWNUNDER. Down under, all one word. That'll get you into the session as we watch Shaun locking up the brakes there, coming
Someone's
down into
following
turn
me
one.
backwards, though.
Yeah, that was me.
Brian, how do you like this horsepower?
That car is crazy.
Yeah.
It'll light you up, man. That back end is quite the dance.
Yeah, I remember the old VA supercars when they first came out on iRacing. They were a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, yep. Yeah, I've not had an opportunity to drive the Mustang supercar yet on here. Curious to hear how everyone is enjoying it tonight. I'm dying to get out here on Sandown. Yeah, it's funny. You go down into the, I believe it's 7, 8, 9, 10 section. I think that's where Shaun's at right now. And every one of those corners, you know, as slight as they are, they do count as an actual turn. And this one corner Shaun's coming up to right here, this very slight little right is actually counted as a corner. So you can actually travel 13 turns around this place, as much as it doesn't seem like there's that many corners here. But yeah, 13 turns to get around good old Sandown Raceway here.
I need to get an actual lap.
And I believe they actually extended the grandstands here too back in 2013 when they did the repave of the track. Yep, watch that F3, Shaun. Thank you. Robby appreciates that. Now let's go over and see how Robby's doing here. There he is coming up out of that last corner up onto the very fast backstretch. Boy, that car's almost blinding, Robby. Jeez, good thing we don't have any real bright sun coming off the hood of that thing.
That's good.
Might help you out in the race there, huh? Strategy. We got things up and running pretty quickly tonight, Shaun, so drivers will have a good amount of time to get some practice in before that qualifying starts. That'll be coming up here, in about an hour and 40 minutes is what we have left in our pre-qualifying session here.
And every time I learn a section, it ruins the next section. Password is down under.
Woof.
We are in the hosted section of iRacing. Room hosted by Frank Rico. We're at Sandown. Whoa, don't hit that curb. That curb's not friendly. Everyone's looping it.
Man.
This is going to be an interesting day.
Yeah, these things are just loaded with horsepower, and they're not the heaviest of cars either. That back end is very tough.
No, they're a little twitchy little boy.
Yeah, they are.
You mean so that big wing's not doing much?
Not so much. Not so much.
Not at these speeds. We're going pretty slow. Then again, at fast speed, it might be the only thing keeping it on the ground.
Yeah, I'm curious what kind of speeds you guys are getting down into turn one there before the break zone. I think you've got to be hitting maybe 130, 40 at least.
We're over 150 on the back stretch right here.
Okay.
I don't know how I can go way faster into this spot. It's this low corner.
Here we go. Robby barreling down into turn one here.
I'll give you a speed for turn one.
Yeah, I'd be curious. Yep.
Start finish line, we're at 140 and 160 at braking.
160. Okay.
I don't know how this guy's running a 10. whoa, Jack, come on. Whoa, too much. All right.
Andres, this car is really, really tricky. But it's kind of fun. Like, right out of the gate, I can tell you it's fun. It's just, okay. And I don't know this track at all. At all.
Right? Me neither. A 10.2.
Keep even forgetting where the scary parts are.
It would be all the corners for me. The scary parts.
You're just going to call it that, huh?
Ah. Okay.
And then, see, even if I do get it, then I'm just a throttle pedal away from screwing it all up.
I believe I lost a feed here. Did we lose a camera? Did.
Oh, I
Ricmotech
lost
won.
Ricmo 1.
Yeah, we did lose Ricmotech 1. Frank, if you can hear us and you get a chance to check that out. Oh, Shaun, you got pushed around that last corner. It looks
I just run. No, I looped it. Am I running way too much rear brake bias?
I had to change mine a bunch. So
Feel more
I changed. Well, here, let me just send you what I did.
Oh, I might have
I
gotten
changed
bumped.
master cylinders.
Corey Allen now still holding down that 110.206. Has not been able to improve on that so far.
All right.
110.
Watching him now. Oh, gets collected a little bit there with the driver in front of him.
Robby's already run 111. I suck. I gotta get it
That
together.
I don't know if I should take that as an insult. I have to think about that.
Yeah, let's replay that, shall we?
I guess that
Man,
didn't
life
sound
is
so good.
bad. I'm actually.
Well, it was more. I'm a 113 though. That's what it was. It's like he's a 110. You're a 111.
Oh, Corey
And
Allen gets
then-
a little loose.
Yeah,
by
I
this,
was hanging on to
turn one there.
second, and let me tell you, I drove my ass off for it too.
Now I noticed that the standings because we're in practice.
Watching that Ricmotech 2 driver now. You can see him on your screen there, down on that that lower left second window there from the left.
I wonder what.
Got our eyes on Shaun Cole now as he's coming out of turn
How
4
many
there,
laps
come up
you
onto the
think this is
backstretch.
gonna be? 13,
You are on
12
some sort of
laps
delay.
or some shit. Who is me?
Oh, that might have been me. Yeah.
Like I just came out of pit lane on cold tires.
Brian, you still
Did
working
you?
on that
Here,
first
where are you?
solid lap?
Whoa!
Yeah. Boy, I tell you, it's daunting, isn't it?
Ah, there's my leader.
I know you might surprise yourself.
We'll see a Mustang back there without a wing on the back. Now we see one without a hood on the front.
Oh, those Mustang guys.
Yeah. Back to that Ricmotech 1 driver.
I hate to distract you, Shaun, but Ricmotech 1 is not visible on the screen.
Yeah, so is that on my end?
I don't know.
Yeah, I lost it on my end as well. So
I meant to
lost
fix
the
that.
feed,
Okay, I
yeah.
will.
I'll check on my end. We've got somebody driving on there right now, but
I'll check
in a
mine
moment.
before you do. I'm already there,
Oh, okay.
or at least I can check my end right now. The refresh. No, I think it might be you.
Okay, I'll check over here.
Check back in on Robby here, see how he's doing.
It's not me, it's you.
It's not me, it's you. We just can't continue this way. There we go, Robby winding up that horsepower, heading down the front straightaway here to start that next lap. See how he does on his entry into 1. Watching that nose dive down, coming down from 160 miles an hour down to probably 60 going through turn 1. Now into turn 2. He's going to hit that 3-4. Double lefts here. Whoa, steps that back end out. Gets a little loose coming into 4. Trying to get that power down. Coming up onto this big back stretch here. Reaching speeds of nearly 150 miles per hour as they head down into that very difficult set of S's at the end of the backstretch, the 6 through 9 complex. Down into 6, now a right-hander of 7, now into 8. Then into the very tight, very slow left-hander of 9. Very slight right-hander of 10. This will bring you into the 11, 12, and 13 section. Very slow area, back to the left, double left-hander, and now pick up some speed and cross out of 13. Now that final corner, very slight left as he makes his way around that red and black Holden Commodore.
Woo, 10-9.
10-9, Robby Unser, what a lap we're in there. 110.980.
Down.
Everything's set up to talk to the drivers here in Sim.
Yeehaw.
I'm Mike here. There we go. Check, check. Well, good evening, drivers, and welcome to round 6. That's right, we are halfway through the 2022 season of the Ricmotech Hotlap Humpday Challenge. Great to see all of you out here this evening. We do appreciate all of you coming back. All the regulars tonight, Aldous Butelli, Brian Highcotter, Robby Unser with us again here this evening. Kenneth Estep, great to see you out there. Jose Cabrera, great to have you back as well. Jason Gata, great to see you out here in that number 14 tonight. We do appreciate you being here with us for this June edition of the Hotlap Humpday Challenge. We will be doing our regular event here this evening. We have about an hour and 30 minutes left in our pre-qualifying. We will then switch over to our 30-minute qualifying session for tonight's dual 15-minute heat races. That's right, we're going to light up the horsepower here at Sandown Raceway for two dual 15-minute sprint races. The second sprint race will have an inverted grid. We'll announce what that will be a little bit later into the evening. All right, drivers, we wish all of you the best of luck here this evening. We want to send a big thanks out to Frank Rico at Ricmotech for putting on this event the third Wednesday of every month. We've been doing this for 4.5 years now, so be sure to join us that third Wednesday of each month. You never know what track or car combination we're going to bring out, and of course, we'll always be happy to give away to the winner one of those Ricmotech Racing Simulator t-shirts. All right, guys, keep that situation awareness up. Let's keep an eye on those cars approaching that pit exit, and let's make sure that we give up our time if you are on an out lap to those drivers that are on a possible hot lap.
Damn. There's a tough freaking crowd there. Are you in the Holden, Brian, or are you in the other one?
I'm in the Holden.
Okay.
Speaking of lap times, Corey Allen in that number 11 holding down P1 at this time with a 110.206. Brian Highcotter shot up to P2 with his first lap time on the board here, driving that number 05 tonight with a 110.376. We do appreciate Brian Highcotter taking time out of his real-world racing schedule to come out here and join us this evening. Down in P3 tonight in that number 14, Jason Gata coming in with a 110.605. And, of course, retired IndyCar driver and Pikes Peak Mountain Champion driver Robby Unser here with us tonight in that number 4 with a 110.980. Rounding out the top 5, the number 9 of Aldous Butelli coming in with a 111.201.
Where are you at, Shaun? Got to get the back a little more stable, don't you
Little
think,
history
Brian?
for you drivers out here. Sandown Raceway is celebrating its 60th year anniversary this year. That's right, 1962 is when this track was opened up, and it saw the likes of drivers Jack Brabham and Sterling Moss and Bruce McLaren running in that very first event. In fact, in 1964, Jack Brabham won the first race here, and they actually did some upgrades to the track back in 1997 when the V8 supercars started running here at Sandown, and of course they ran here for quite a few years. Then in 2013 they did some upgrade to the track. A repave was done on the course, and they extended in 2019 that runoff area that you see there at the end of the backstretch. That was added in 2019. So yeah, 60th anniversary of Sandown Raceway this year.
Very nice.
Yeah, Robby, I agree. I'm trying to soften the rear end. I started with the back. It's just too stiff in the back.
Yeah.
For this track.
Okay.
Bobby working on another quick time here. Let's see what he comes in with when he crosses the line.
Nah, I didn't get a good run.
Not a good one on this one. He's going to come in with a... Oh, that was actually an out. Oh, he runs a little deep into turn one there. Jump over to most exciting here. We'll see. Got the Frank Rico machine down there from the open house at Miami Lakes, Florida, the Ricmotech headquarters. That driver coming around in the number 12 here, trying to get his feel for the course. Ricmotech 4 machine coming down to that final section, those S's, very rapid down into that section there. Corey Allen, our driver, holding down the top time right now. Getting his run up through those final couple of corners, now down into 11. Hitting that left-hander at 12, taking a little bit of curb there, getting a little bit of air. Bicycling it just a little bit too much off of that number 12 corner there as he comes around 13. See what kind of time Corey lays down here. Comes in with a 109.420.
Jeez.
Good.
Stop
Curry.
it.
Holy smokes.
No. No.
Oh, brand new time out of that number 11. Corey Allen knocking down a 109.419 here this evening. Amazing quick time. I'll tell you a little bit of history on times. The driver that holds the record here at Sandown Raceway in real life is ironically iRacer Shane Van Ginsberg. He is holding a 108.244 record at this track in real life, so we'll see if Corey Allen has an opportunity to get down into the 108s here this evening. For our viewers out there that want to come out and join us, the password is Down Under, and we are in the iRacing hosted sessions here this evening. Busting out the supercars. That's right, the Australian supercars. First time we've ever run these in the Ricmotech Hotlap Humpday Challenge. So this is the breaking the ice, if you will, here at Sandown. Brand new track to iRacing as well. Very excited to bust this one out tonight. Bring that Holden Commodore and Ford Mustang GT out here to Sandown Raceway. 1.92 miles is what it takes to get a lap in around here. 13 turns around this course. Drivers are reaching speeds of about 150 on the backstretch and getting up around 160 miles an hour as they head down into turn one.
That sucked. Okay.
Yeah. Finally got a good lap.
Oh, really? Of course.
Last comment out of Robby was, ugh, as he had trouble exiting a corner.
No, I didn't have trouble. I was watching Shaun.
Oh,
You
you
are-
were watching
I was
Shaun
simply
have
the
trouble.
peanut
Got
gallery
you.
in that situation. I would like to take credit, but I can't.
Right, but can't. Yeah.
I will take credit for most of the other stupid things, because that I do.
Oh, Well, seeing some new drivers coming out tonight. Blake Northcutt in that number 16. I don't believe we've ever had Blake join us out here in the Hot Lap Challenge, so great to see him with us.
Thing feels torquey enough that I almost think I should be running a gear higher a lot of the time.
David Clymer has joined us here. Great to see David. He always comes out for our Ricmotech Hot Lap Challenge every month. Well, 16 drivers now, 16 garages taken up. Plenty more to be filled here this evening. If you want to come out and join us, great to have you. We're racing for a Ricmotech Racing Simulators t-shirt tonight. We'll be giving another one of those away. We're watching Corey Allen, the driver at the top of the board now, holding down a 109.419, literally 6/10 over our second place driver. Corey obviously quite experienced in these cars, driving that red and black number 11 Holden Commodore this evening. You watch him come barreling down into turn 1.
Thank you, Joa.
Oh, takes it a little deep there, but there is quite a bit of room there to run off out of turn 1. Take a little bit of curve down into 2 there to get that rotation for 3 and 4. 4 is really a tough one because it tightens up on exit, actually. So you really have to get that car to rotate early coming off that corner. Watch Corey heading up the backstretch now. A little bit of an uphill climb as you head towards those S's coming down through the 6, 7, 8, 9 complex. Takes the right of 6, now back into the right of 7. Boy, takes a lot of that inside curbing. He may have gotten an off track there. That may negate this lap for Corey.
Damn.
See Shaun Cole going off in the background there.
I meant thank you to Andrus, by the way. I think I said thank you, Joa. Thank you as well, Joa, but thank you, Andrus. I was going to change one more thing. What was that?
I'm not seeing you coming up on the mic in sim, Shaun, if that's who you're trying to communicate.
I was talking to the screen.
Yeah, no problem.
No, what I wanted to do was make it so that if Robby took a break, in theory, be able to do this and then turn that camera. Ricmotech 3, there it is. And since
there we go.
what I want is Ricmotech 3 over. Look at that! I had it ready to go. There's Ricmotech 3 over me. So if I take a break.
There you go. We can actually see the Ricmotech 3 driver.
Yeah. So with that, I was going to actually do that. I was going to take a quick break and take advantage of this beautiful system I've set up. And now you have Ricmotech 3 in my spot. So Robby's in his spot. And I can step away for a minute. So
This is great. This is great. We watch Robby, Corey Allen right on the heels of him there as Robby comes down into that final complex out of 12. Now finding his way out of 13 up onto the front straightaway there. That number 11 right behind him. Corey Allen sitting at the top of the leaderboard. Robby Unser sitting P6 right now. As he drops that nose down into turn 1. Corey Allen looking to the outside, trying to find a way around. Robby trying to take the outside now. Corey Allen goes deep. Now Corey and Robby side by side. Oh, Robby pushes Corey a little wide there. Corey down under the bumper of Robby as they come off under the backstretch.
Hey, this guy's fun.
Here between the 11 and the 4 car.
I'll give you the inside, Corey.
Right up under his draft. There he goes. Corey takes a look to the inside, trying to make a move down into that 6-7 complex. Robby backs off, lets him to the inside as they come through 7, now into 8, and then into the hard right-hander of 9. Oh, Robby having quite a battle. Hold on, Robby, as he gets a little bit loose there, coming off the exit.
I didn't know which way to go.
Oh, good stuff, good stuff. Robby now down in behind that that number 10 car. Number 10 car of...
there went my toe.
Who is it? Oh, that's Jose Cabrera, one of our Ricmotech drivers out there. Jose Cabrera driving for the Ricmotech factory team here tonight, representing them. Robby now coming up on the number 5 car, one of those Ricmotech machines. That's Ricmotech 4. Robby looking to get a run. Taking a look to the outside. He's able to get it done there as he's clear now, coming up that backstretch. Robby now tucking in behind the Frank Rico simulator there at Ricmotech. Robby, whoa, gets a run on the inside. Gets a little loose through 7 and 8. Not able to hold on to it. Takes it wide out into the wall there. He will certainly have to reset after that one. Shaun Cole in the pits at the present time. Let's see, got Ricmotech 3 coming out of the pits. Let's see how they're faring here on the board. Ricmotech 3 sitting on a 116.246. They find their way down into 1 there, a little bit late braking. Probably cold tires, I would imagine, coming out of the pits here as that Ricmotech 3 machine finds his way into turn 3, now into that very difficult left-hander of 4. Trying to get power down is really the only difficult thing about that corner. It does wrap kind of tight on the radius coming out onto that backstretch, but as long as you're able to get that car straight and rotate it early before you get that power pushed down, you're going to come off the corner just fine. Otherwise, you will find that back end dancing like a wet noodle. Oh, Ricmotech 3 coming into that 6 through 9 complex a little deep. Missed that braking zone there just a bit. Get overtaken on the inside by the 9 car. That 9 car of Aldous Butelli having a great run here. Let's take a look at Butelli as he's coming through that final complex. It's a nice run coming up off of 12. Let's see if he can beat his time here as he comes to the line. Let's see what he comes in with. Like a 109.499 on that lap.
Any idea how many laps we're going to be doing?
That's going to put him up into P2.
Brian?
Let's see. If we're turning 109s. Oh,
So what, a 15-minute lap race?
Yeah, 15-minute race, probably 12 laps. We can get somebody to give us a 5-lap average on fuel usage. I can do some calculating if anybody out there can get me a bit of a fuel burn. I'm going to imagine we're probably going to be around a 0.9 per lap, 0.8, 0.9 per lap maybe with these machines. V8s in these cars, so I'm sure they're burning some serious fuel. Could be a gallon a lap or more, actually. Brian, do you have any telemetry data that gives you a 5-lap use or a gallon per lap usage? Corey Allen still holding on to that 109.419, which is actually quite an incredible time. Shane Van Gisbergen is holding down the world record here at Sandown Raceway in real life with a 108.244. We'll see if anybody is able to get near that time tonight. No 108s yet on the board. Watching Aldous now as he comes out onto the backstretch, gets a nice run up off that curbing there. Oh, we watch the driver behind getting a little sideways, doing a little rear end dance coming off that turn 4. You know, this track is difficult enough, but you put a car on here with this kind of horsepower to the rear end. It sure makes coming off these slow corners very difficult to get power down. Back and check on Robby Unser here, see how he's faring out on track. Oh, he gets that back end loose twice there coming off of turn 4. That thing likes to dance, doesn't it, Robby?
It does. Yeah. I mean, I'm still fighting, but I can't say that I'm doing a terrible job.
Oh, you're actually doing really well. Still sitting P6. Still holding on to your 110.980. Shaun Cole right behind you, though, with his 986. He's only 0.006 of a second behind you.
He should be ahead of me.
Might be able to get a little bit of a run here with some draft maybe off the 15 car. Let's see if you can pick that up coming down the front straight. Could be a timed lap here for Robby. Comes in with a 112.007. We know he's got a much better time in him than that. home of horsepower is what they call it here at Sandown Raceway. And it is certainly that. Man, oh man, you can lay that floor down, or that throttle down on the floor for quite a distance here on that front and back straightaway. What do you think of the course here, Robbie? It's
I like it.
It's kind of fun, isn't it? It's been one of my favorites for years.
Oh, you bitch.
Whoa! Wow, what a save out of Robbie coming through that 6-7 S curve there.
And that sucks. I was up I was up 8/10.
Oh,
bitch.
Man. Oh, daggone it. You'll find it. You'll find it again. Whoa, the car behind you, the 16, coming into that final. That chicane there, really hot on the Oh, Robbie coming in with a 111.1. You know he's going after a better time here as he dives down into one, watching the nose of that car sit right down on that asphalt.
All right, I need more front.
Taking quite a bit of curb there, driving through some smoke. We got a car around. Oh, Robbie comes in a little hot. Go ahead and hold her right there. You got a few cars coming up.
Yeah.
Robbie comes back to the pits. We'll
I
start
need
this one off.
front end. Okay.
See how Jose Cabrera is doing in his Holden Commodore, driving that green and yellow machine. Coming down into that 6, 7, 8, 9 set of S's here at the end of the backstretch. Takes quite a bit of curbing there through 7. Oh, and he comes in a little bit hot there going into 10 and 11. Reset that, bring that car back out of the dirt there, get those tires heated back up once again. Woo! Lighten up that rear end, shaking that gravel off the back. Here he goes. We'll try and get a good run here coming out of 12. Let's see if he can get power down up through 13 to get a good lap started. Yeah, it looks like he got a pretty good run. We'll see if he can get a good time on this next lap. Jose crosses the line here, coming down into turn 1.
Oof.
Nice run out of 1. Oh, he gets a little bit of
I don't know how
back-end
much
wiggle
fuel
there.
to run. I'm running 15 gallons right now, Sean. And it says I can do 20 some laps.
Okay. All right. Let me do some calculation here. Stand by.
It says I'm using about 0.65 gallons. per
A
lap.
gallon? Okay. Copy that. That's all I needed. I can get you numbers off of that. Thank you. Appreciate it, Brian.
Okay.
0.65, you said?
Yeah, something like that. It varies a little bit.
Yep. And let's see. How many gallons are we running in this car?
Oh.
Jeez.
Well, that's
Okay.
not cool.
I know, and I was I had a damn good run on that.
Jason. I don't think they're intentionally wrecking as much as they're a little not aware.
10 gallons is what it's going to take to get it done. 10 gallons.
10?
10
Okay, I'm gonna
gallons.
change.
Really?
Yep.
That
Yeah,
sounds
you're
like
way.
a lot of fuel.
Yeah,
This snarling
I'm
beast.
carrying a lot.
Yeah, Jason, I think it's more inexperience. I only say that because intentional almost implies with intention.
Right? That's funny.
I gotta tighten a bolt real quick, and then we'll see what we can do. Starting to get the feel of this car. It took me a while. I will say, I am adjusting to this car slowly. But I think we're going to be just fine here in a minute.
Cole, we got a flip in the pits.
That's my prediction for the fight. We're going to do a little quick
Jesus.
adjustment.
Every time I just go away, I just go right backwards.
Go back to Jose Cabrera. Jose finds himself in the railing.
Oh,
That's never
Jose.
good. Oh,
Jose's here, my buddy.
yeah, good old Jose.
Second and a
Great guy.
half. Son of
All
a
right.
bitch.
Let's see here. Go back to Corey Allen, see how he's doing. He's locked down in the pits right now. Pick on Blake Northcutt in that number 16. Right now, Blake sitting P8 with a 111.522. Brian Highcotter now has found himself down in the 109s, all the way to a 109.444. What a lap out of Brian in that number 05. Wow.
I know.
All right, drivers. That number 11 of Corey Allen sitting on that 109.419. Well, I'll tell you what, he's got some pressure. Brian Highcotter is now stepped right up to him with a 109.444. And now Brian Highcotter goes to P1 with a 109.298. What an incredible lap out of Mr. Highcotter in that number 05 machine tonight. Corey Allen now drops to P2. We have another driver now in the 109s. Aldous Butelli is up there in his number 9 with a 109.499.
What setup are you on, Brian? Are you just on a regular one?
Yeah, I just modified the bathroom setup a little bit. I'm starting to get the hang of it, so I'll share what I have so far.
Oh, Bathurst is what you went to? Okay, I started with the other one.
It's the Brian Highcotter secret sauce. Oh, Shaun. Ouch. The track goes straight there. What a brat.
I'll be right back.
Boy, it's sure easy for the commentator up here to tell people how to drive, isn't it?
Yeah, but you know, I gotta tell you, it's a lot easier for me with the camera not always on my car. I get to just kind of like, oh, did I crash? Yeah, as long as if I don't say anything, no one will know.
That's right. That's right.
Unless Kevin caught it.
Yep. Watching that number 16 now. Blake Northcutt sitting on that 111.522. Comes in with a 112 flat on that last lap. Let's see if he can have an improvement here as he heads down into turn 1. Oh, he gets it to rotate early. Nice job throwing that back end out, but he may lose a little bit of time coming off the exit. Down into turn 2 now. Takes it well. No curb there. Takes a little bit of curb out of 3. A little bit of wiggle off 3. Now through 4. Let's see if he can get that power down. He does a great job. Keeps it off the curbing. Heading up the backstretch there. He has the number 11 right on his heels. Corey Allen, our driver that was holding the top time for most of the evening here so far. 16 having to dodge one of the cars there, recovering from a spin. Oh, it takes a little too much curb there at 9. Oh, the 11's coming around. The 16 gets a little bit loose. The 11 takes over that position. 11 dives down into turn 11, ironically, through 12. Now out and around 13. Let's see how that 11 car comes in on his time. A 113.034. Blake looking to improve on that. Both drivers now down into 1. 16 looking to get a little bit of slipstream this time off the 11 car. See if he can hang tight with them here as they come around turn 4. Get that power down up onto the backstretch.
Oh.
11 gets a good run. I don't know that the 16 is going to be able to pick up any slipstream. Looks like he's sitting back about 6-8 car lengths here. Maybe 10 car lengths at this point. Down into 6. Now the left-hander a 7. Now into 8, 16 coming around 9. Let's see if he keeps it off the curb this time. Nice job. Great exit. Gets the power down nice and smooth, coming around 10. Now into the tight right-hander of 11. Keeps it off the curb, nice and smooth. Takes a little bit of curb through 12. Gets a good run up off the corner. Let's see if he's able to improve his time as he's coming to the line. A 110.655. That's going to move Blake Northcutt all the way up to P5. What a run out of that number 16 machine. Blake Northcutt coming in with a nice time there on that last lap, moving himself all the way up to P5 on the leaderboard with a 110.655. Back to Jose Cabrera here. Let's see, he comes across with a 122. Obviously had a little bit of flip up on that last lap. Let's see how he does coming down into turn 1 here as he sets himself up. Whoa, he goes in a little bit deep. A lot of bit deep, all the way to the barriers. Jose not happy with that entry, I'm sure. Back to the Ricmotech 4 machine as he's trying to get off pit lane, suffering a little issue there. Back to Shaun Cole now coming up the backstretch. Let's see how Shaun's doing. His last lap was a 110.627. Let's see if he can improve on that. That puts him P5 right now, just behind the 14 of Jason Gata. Gone nice and smooth coming down into turn 9 here. Really doing a tremendous job through the S's. That beautiful black, blue, and orange Simpit machine. Coming out of turn 11 here. Going to take that slight left-hander of 13 as he comes up onto the back or front straightaway here. And it looks like he has a little bit of draft working in his favor. We'll see if he can get a nice run down into turn 1. Two cars in front of him. They may spread the waters, and they do. Shaun's able to keep his pace. Out of 1. Right behind the number 9 machine. This may be an opportunity for him to pick up a little slipstream to help his lap time. See how he does coming out of 4. It's a nice job power down. See if he can get up into the slipstream now with that 9 car. Be a good lap for the 39. Shaun Cole's first visit here to Sandown Raceway. Doing a great job tonight. Holding down P5. Takes a little bit of curb out of 9. Gets power down well. He's closed up on the 9 car. Let's see if he can make this lap happen. Now down into 11 through 12. Oh, he gets a nice shot. Get that power down. Let's see if he can actually make it work here. Coming to the line. Here we go. A 110.621. That's going to be an improvement. That's 0.005 of a second better than his last lap. You have an X on that lap, Shaun?
No.
No? Okay. Oh, ouch, Shaun.
I had an X on that lap.
Boy, I should say, and yet another.
You know, that's a fun car. I will say it is walking on eggshells. But
it is fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. We have a pretty big difference between that lead group, though, and everybody else, though.
You only shared 1, right, Brian?
Oh, Jose Cabrera doing one heck of a power slide down through turn 1.
What's the difference?
A fuel level. It was a little low for the first one, so if you want race fuel, go for the more recent one.
Fair enough. Thank you. And you started on the Bathurst one.
Yeah.
For a baseline. Okay. I wonder what that difference was. God. Go to the bathroom, come back, and you're just a bitch.
Try out. I'm gonna try out Brian's setup.
race is going to be 12 laps.
Holy shit.
Possibly 13. It'll be close.
Okay, too many downshifts.
Let's figure fuel at 13 laps.
All right.
Yeah, so that's 8.45. Can you give me a car number on that, David?
Probably me. Wasn't me.
Copy that. Thank you.
Oh wow, this thing turns a lot better.
Oh.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, keep in mind, drivers, we do have drivers at the open house at the Ricmotech Simulators headquarters in Miami Lakes, Florida. They are driving the Ricmotech 1, 2, 3, and 4 cars, as well as the Frank Rico machine. So you may have some drivers that aren't quite as experienced, and just be aware that when you approach those cars that they may not be as experienced as some of the other sim racers. Yes, exactly. So drivers, we do not drive backwards on the course. You will get black flagged and it will knock you out of the session. So let's make sure that we are keeping the direction of the car in the direction of the course.
That's fair enough.
If you damage your vehicle or wreck, make sure you get your vehicle off track as soon as you possibly can so as to not detour the cars that are getting their hot laps in. Thank you.
Nice save, Shaun.
Thank you. That was scary. Oh! I am over braking this car.
All right, drivers, we are just under an hour remaining in our pre-qual practice here as we get ready for our 30-minute official hot lap qual session that will be coming up in about 55 minutes. Again, 55 minutes remaining in our hot lap qual practice here tonight. We will be holding 2 15-minute sprint races this evening once we get through our 30-minute qual session coming up at the next top of the hour. Those 2 15-minute sessions will have an inverted grid for the final feature race. And we are giving away another one of those incredible Ricmotech Racing Simulator t-shirts tonight. And speaking of that, we do want to send a big thank you out to Frank and his team at Ricmotech for putting this event on the third Wednesday of every month. We do appreciate everything they do for us out here in the sim racing world. If you guys need anything for any of your sim equipment, they do carry a plethora of brands and products, even quite a library of parts as well. From small starter rigs to full-blown motion systems, they are sure to have what you're looking for.
Setup,
Visit ricmotech.com.
I swear half the time I put my left side, I keep forgetting I'm on the right side of the car. Really weird. Hit the brakes with 2 wheels off on the left. That doesn't work.
Not so much.
No.
Looks like we're having quite a nice turnout down there at the headquarters of Ricmotech in Miami Lakes, Florida. Another driver joining us in the Ricmotech 1 machine there on the lower bottom left of your screen.
I don't think we've told people what we're doing and how to join in a while.
That would help. I tell you what, our viewers out there, if you guys want to come out and get out on track with us, please join us. We are on the iRacing platform here this evening, as always, and we are in the iRacing hosted sessions. Look for the Frank Rico session. It'll be the Ricmotech Hotlap Humpday Challenge session on iRacing. Come on out and join us. The password is Down Under. We do have that on the screen down below there. Down Under, all one word, all lowercase. That'll get you into the session here this evening. And we are giving away one of those awesome Ricmotech Racing Simulator t-shirts again this evening. And that'll be given away to the driver that wins our final sprint race this evening. We will have a 30-minute hot lap qualifier coming up, and as soon as that ends, we will get everybody loaded in. We will be taking the top 16 drivers tonight. Top 16 drivers on the leaderboard will be entering our final event, or entering the first event this evening. Then we will take the top 12 drivers to the second heat. And that will be our feature race for this evening, and the winner of that event will walk away with that Ricmotech Simulators t-shirt.
Koa, are you saying I don't belong on the human track?
Oh my!
Oh, too deep. Son of a bitch.
Oh, I know what it is. It's because of my incredibly bulging arms, and I'm on roids. It's a reference to roids, maybe.
Keyword, bulging. Bulging,
Yeah.
bulging arms, big, muscle-bound, bulging arms.
Don't start hashtagging that, or we're going to get a different kind of crowd.
Look at this monstrosity that is Shaun.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm like 160 pounds with a 7-pound belly.
Oh!
Damn it, I know I got it in me here. Fuck.
You'll find it. You'll find it. I saw you shaking your hands there a
The
little while ago,
stupid
Robbie.
machine things I can run a 9.5.
Oh, really? Wow. Yeah, I get that that in my hands as well, Robbie. I have to shake my hands out after a while. Man, it just, oof. Oh, we got quite a few cars coming into that final chicane there.
In the
Quite a
eights.
few.
They're in the eights.
They're in the eights. Here we go. They're in the eights.
Ah.
And High Cotter, a
Dude, way to go.
108.731. Leave it to a real-world driver and bringing his expertise to the simulator here tonight. Unbelievable. Well, folks, we didn't think it would happen tonight, but it certainly has. Mr. Brian Highcotter taking it to the top of the leaderboard. We have our first driver down in the 108s with a 108.731. I will tell you, that is just a half a second off of Shane Van Gisbergen's record time here in real life, who has a 108.244. So an incredible time out of Brian Highcotter this evening. Speaking of Brian, we do appreciate you joining us, Brian, coming out here and taking time away from your real-world racing and joining us for Hotlap Humpday Challenge here for June edition. So we do appreciate you coming out and showing us how to get it done around Sandown Raceway, Brian. Nice lap there, buddy.
Maybe tell people to just X out instead of try to get themselves all straightened out during practice. I mean,
Hey, Frank, you have a copy.
whoa. Wow.
Oh, I'm gonna have to get it together here. It's so hot in my room.
Don, you're doing good, man. You're still holding down P6. You got a great time there, Bubba.
I'm looking at the times and thinking that's gonna all change though. What's our? It's yeah.
Ooh, Robbie, you're up to 110.557. Nice. Robbie now up in P5. Sean's dropped to P6 now. Blake Northcott holding on to P7 with a 110.655. David Clymer's worked his way up to a P9 with a 111.299. Great to see him out here tonight. Jose Cabrera sitting with a 113.348. P12 for him. Bob Cunningham joining us in the number 16 this evening. Great to see him out here tonight. He comes in with his first time, which is an outlap, 134.
Damn it.
Back to Robbie's car here and see how he's faring. He's got a little side-by-side action going with that number 21. Robbie's clear now. So he comes out of the final corner here, back out on the front.
I had such a good lap going, and I
113.4. Oh, I know you had a better one than that. All right, watch Robbie here as he comes around on his next hot lap. It's a nice run through one there. A little curve through two, little curve through three.
whoa,
This very daunting four. Straighten her out, get back to throttle. There you go. Nice job.
but lost everything. God
Oh,
dang it.
just that time just fades away when that happens, doesn't it?
Shit.
Time is never your favor when the back end is loose.
Fucking kidding me.
Oh, no. Uh-oh. Yeah.
Okay.
Gonna have to reset on that one.
And you hope, you think, could you just stay to the right when you come out? Please,
Yeah, right,
please?
please.
Traffic. Guess we're all in the same boat, though.
All right, drivers, just a little courtesy reminder out there. Let's make sure we keep that F3 box up on your screen. That is your best friend when you're out there doing hot lapping. That'll let you know where those drivers are ahead and behind you, and certainly when you're exiting the pit. So as you're approaching the pit exit, if you're on track, make sure that you leave room for those drivers to come on board. And the same for the drivers coming out of the pits. Make sure we do not impede any of those drivers that are on a hot lap. If you happen to be on an out lap and you have a driver coming up behind you, just let them go on by if you would. Make sure that they have the best ability to get their best lap in as well. We're all after the same thing tonight. We're chasing that Ricmotech Simulators t-shirt. So let's just keep the courtesy up there and keep that F3 box up. Thank you.
Go back.
Taking a look at the leaderboard here, that 05 car, Brian Highcotter, still holding on to that 108.731 at the top of the board. The number 11 of Corey Allen holding down P2, the driver that held P1 for most of the evening with a 109.255. Aldous Putelli coming in P3 tonight up there on the podium with a 109.385, having a good solid run this evening. Jason Goddard, great to see Jason out. I believe this is Jason's first visit to the Ricmotech Hotlap Humpday. Great to have you with us, Jason, coming in with a 109.799. Retired IndyCar driver Robby Unser out there in P5 with a 110.557, looking to improve on his time. And our very own Shaun Cole from the Simpit show coming in with a 110.621 in P6. P7 held by the number 16 of Blake Northcutt. I believe this is Blake's first visit to the Ricmotech Hotlap Humpday Challenge. Great to have you out there with us, Blake. Be sure to join us each month, the third Wednesday of every month. 110.655 for Blake. The Ricmotech 2 machine down at the open house in Miami Lakes, Florida. That number 7 coming in P8 with a 110.705.
Is this fourth for you, Brian?
Pump Day Challenge, David Clymer in his usual 242 machine coming in with a 111.299. And then rounding out the top 10, Kenneth Eastep, another one of our regulars in that number 15. Great to see you, Kenneth, coming in with a 112.197.
What were you saying, Robbie?
Was that last fast corner fourth gear or the fast left-hander after the back straightaway?
I
think you're
riding
fourth.
the limiter in a gear and then downshift
Fifth?
once.
And then you downshift one.
Yeah.
Fuck. Too damn deep. Okay, that's what I thought.
Watching Aldous now coming into the final 3 corners. Aldous looking to get his time down from that 109.385. You know he's looking for a 108 here this evening. See what he comes in as he crosses the line. Here we go. 110.264. Not exactly what he was looking for. He's going to stay out for another hot lap. See how he does. Let's follow him around as he heads down into turn 1. It's a nice exit off of 1. Kept that back in. Pretty much planted off the exit. Now down into 2. Into that left-hander of 3. Steps out just a little bit. Here's the critical exit right here coming out of 4. Up onto the backstretch. Gets a great run, and unfortunately a car on track creating some interference for him there.
Exciting.
I'll be right back.
You know, Robby, I just took away some rear camber, and I think it's helping. I'm at 1.7 in the back right now.
Okay. Flattened them out a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that here. Damn it. Okay. I have one going, and it's so hard to get a clean lap.
Okay. I've sent a message down to some of the drivers there at the simulators in Miami to try to escape a little quicker before they're trying to, get themselves resorted on track. So hopefully that'll alleviate some of the accordion effect going on out there.
Oh boy. Woof. Man, it says I can run an 09 too.
Oh man, you gotta get
I
it,
hate
Robby.
that.
I know, right? No,
Stupid computer.
I think it does that to just keep you sucked in.
Do you think some of that is from the whole setup, Robby, that might have been faster in some spots?
Well,
could be.
I don't feel like I'm. No, I don't feel like I'm not faster. At least equal everywhere. Okay, I have a harder time with the throttle putting it down with this than the other one, but this turns. If you wanted to try something, I would say take one spring rate notch down, but then keep the ride height the same.
Yeah.
And see if you can't get a little bit more
We got you, Kenneth. You're all good.
back end, when you want to put the throttle down.
Yeah, the camber really helps with that, actually.
Okay, and I just went out on the 1.7, so let me see if I can't put one in here. Are you first before the last straightaway? Like right at the end, just for a little bit?
No, I've been leaving it second.
The last corner,
Big
okay.
Street, yeah.
Okay. God, seriously?
Watching Robby coming out of 1 here, looking to improve on his time. The 2-3 complex, taking just a tiny bit of curve. Nice job. Let's see if he can get some power down out of 4. Beautiful. Good run up off the corner.
Oh.
Gonna have a little slipstream here in your favor, Robby. Let's see if we can use this a little bit. Heading up that very long backstretch.
Fucking kidding me?
Oh, no, he can't get through there. Oh, boy, you weaved your way through there, Robby, but I think it's going to hurt your time, though, buddy.
Still in the green.
Oh, stay with
I
it,
was
stay
up
with
a
it, stay with
second.
it. Stay with it.
See, that was your low 109.
Nice. Here we go. Here we go. Nice run out of the final
I
corner.
know. That says now I could do a 109 flat.
1099. Oh, gosh. Wow.
I'm
nice,
sweating like a
nice.
whore in church right here.
Boy.
Whew. All right, fuck it. This ain't
Oh, no, that's not going to work.
gonna. I already know. I already know who I'm running into. Okay.
Right.
God dang.
Good stuff.
I'm sweating.
Boy, a lot of cars coming out of the pits here. Yeah, we'll go to Bob Cunningham in that number 21. Let's see how Bob's faring out here now.
That sucks. I put in a 1099 and I'm still 7th.
Isn't that crazy? Wow.
Two of you
We
in
have a new
eight.
time out of our leader on the board, Mr. Brian Highcotter, in that number 05, a 108.692 now, a 692.
Jesus, I can't get. It's a second and a half no matter what I do. So, have you made any other changes, Brian, or?
No,
He's
just the
faster.
camera.
You're real cute.
Yeah, real cute, right? Always got to be one in the bunch, right?
If I know this group is more than one.
That's
Where are
for
you
sure.
at, Brian?
On track.
All right.
Yes.
Bob Cunningham coming to the line here. Let's
Coming
see
to the final chicane.
his out lap. We'll see what Bob can do on his next lap here.
Damn. I still think if you could get more turn in the high speed, that would be good. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. Bob taking quite a bit of curb there, going into 6.
What about taking just a one notch of rear wing off it, Brian? Are you
I can
finding
try
you
it.
could turn more, or no?
I mean, there's really only one high-speed corner, right? So, and then there's that long straightaway. Maybe.
Bob Cunningham comes along with a 112.094. Just a little bit slower than his best time as he gets a little bit loose going down into 1. Avoiding some traffic there, coming up on some slow cars. 12 car coming out on track there. That is the Frank Rico machine down in Miami. Back with Shaun Cole here. Let's see how he's faring as he makes a
Where
run
is
up onto the
Shaun?
backstretch. Just coming out on the backstretch.
I'm not out there.
Oh, that's not you? Or is
No,
that in
I'm
the
on-
05?
I'm on-
Oh, that's Brian. Sorry.
I'm
He's
in.
got the same paint job you have.
I'm on pit lane.
Gotcha. All right. Hey, I have no problem watching
Yes, please confuse
the
me for
leading
Brian.
driver. Oh, Brian, you get it. Nice job through traffic. Wow. Brian coming down.
That one.
Yeah, you did. Yep, the water's parted just in your
Oh,
favor.
geez.
Out of
Oh.
12, out of 13. Now Brian gets a good run off that last corner. Let's see what he comes in with.
Now I'm one of the problem.
Ooh, a 108.773, just off his best time of a 108.625. Brian, I have a feeling these cars might be fitting you, buddy.
Sorry, Paul.
Yeah, now that I'm getting used to it, it's a lot of fun.
They are a blast. There is no question. Sandown Raceway celebrating its 60th anniversary this year. 1962 was when this track first opened up, and the very first race here was held. It was called the International Cup. It had some somewhat famous drivers on its roster: Jack Brabham, Sterling Moss, Bruce McLaren, very historic names in motorsports. 1964, Jack Brabham won the Sandown International Cup here at Sandown.
Dang it.
Here comes Brian back up onto the front straightaway. Let's see what he comes in with this time around. A 7.66. Still just 1/10 off his best time, but boy, I would say we could call him Mr. Consistent at this point. That lap was only 3,000
Can't you always?
second different than the last lap he did. That's, yeah, right? Yeah, exactly, Robbie. Good, Gertie.
I just got clever langed.
Corey Allen out there really trying to get himself back up to P1. Corey Allen in that number 11 holding down the P1 time for the first couple hours this evening, or a good hour and 40 minutes or so. And Brian said, you know what? I think I can knock that time off the board. And there it went. And it went a couple more times as Brian continues to hammer away at that leaderboard. Corey Allen doing some nice drifting down into turn 9 there. Both he and Brian Highcotter working their way around. Looks like Brian got caught up in a little bit of traffic there at the end of that lap. See what Corey comes in with, but Corey gets clobbered as well. Unfortunately, by one of those drivers coming off that final corner there. See the Ricmotech 4 simulator machine. Nice little spin coming off the final corner.
Oh my God.
Blake Northcutt in that number 16 faring well this evening. He's got himself all the way up into P9. He's reached into the top 10 at this point. A 110.655. Let's see if he's able to improve on that as he crosses the line here. Blake coming in with a 126.888.
Sorry, Ken, wasn't sure if that was intentional or not.
Oof, 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 oof. Let's go to a blunt view over the course here.
See just how crowded it is.
Yeah, see how things are going out here. Now I'm not seeing much of the traffic like we were a moment ago. Here we go. Now we got some traffic coming down the backstretch here.
Damn it. I really need to find some clean track.
Whoa! Boy, we watched a car drifting that Ricmotech 1 machine side to side to side down through the S's there, not able to completely recover it. Got our eyes locked in on Robby Unser now. Let's see how he does as he comes through that final 11, 12, 13 corners. Come out onto the front straightaway as he makes his way out of 13 now, coming down the front straight. Starting his next timed lap. He crosses the line. Not quite able with traffic to get his track out onto the entry there of 1, but still able to get a pretty good drive through the corner. And through 3. Nice job through those S's. This blimp view gives you a really good perspective view over the radiuses of the corners here and how to attack them. We watch Robby heading up that uphill backstretch past the lake there on the right-hand side. Heading over into that 6, 7, 8, 9 complex. There he goes down through 6. You can see these S's from the blimp from up above, and you can see how hard that turn 9 is. Boy, you really got to get hammered down on the brakes to make that corner nice and smooth. Now through 10. Now he's going to come into that final 11, 12, 13 section.
That was Shaun putting 2 wheels
that's
off.
Shaun putting 2
once
wheels
again.
into the turn. Robby comes out onto the front straight. Let's see what kind of time he's going to have. A 110.985. Not quite what he was looking for here. Back and look for Shaun. See if he's. Oh, we got Wooter out tonight. All right. Wooter Van Mork has come out to join us here this evening. Keep an eye
Whoa.
on him at 668. Wooter's got a 128.744 on the board, so I'm sure he'll be looking to improve on that. John Hill, great to see John out with us. He's down to a P14 now with a 112.790. All right, drivers, we are just inside the final 30 minutes of our qualifying hot lap practice here as we get ready at the top of the hour to begin our 30-minute official hot lap qualifying for our final dual 15-minute sprint races this evening. The second sprint race, the feature, will have an inverted grid. We will be inverting the top 6 tonight. The top 6 will be inverted for our feature event. We will be taking the top 16 drivers on the leaderboard. The top 16 drivers will be advancing to Heat 1 this evening. Those drivers will have a qualifying to see how they start Heat 1. There will be a 5-minute practice between Heat 1 and the feature event tonight. Once we get the feature event started, any driver that damages their car and has to pit will be disqualified from the event. And the winner of the feature event will take home that Ricmotech Racing Simulators t-shirt this evening.
What the hell's wrong with this car?
It's upside down.
It's like it lost all kind of freaking speed.
Do want to remind drivers about that courtesy out there. We're getting quite a full room now, over 20 cars now in the garages here. Going after that hot lap time, getting warmed up for that 30-minute qualifier coming up. Let's make sure we're utilizing that F3 box. Drivers, if you happen to become damaged on the track surface, please escape to the pits. Do not try to go back and forth and get your car repositioned to continue on track. We have drivers hot lapping out on the course, so let's make sure that we're mindful of that activity. If you are on an out lap and there are cars approaching, be sure to move over and yield to those drivers that are conducting a hot lap out on track. Let's take a look at the drivers that are on the bubble right now. In P11, Kenneth Estep, and that number 15, holding down a 111.167. P12, Bob Cunningham. Great to see Bob out here with us tonight. And that number 21, a 111.865 for Bob. P13 is held by the Ricmotech 4 simulator.
Oh, shit. Are you kidding me, Corey?
That number 5 is a 112.185. P14 is held by the Ricmotech 3 simulator in Miami with a 112.211. Wouter Van Moor, great to see Wouter out here with us this evening, and that number is 668, coming in with a 112.560. And here we go, the driver sitting on the bubble, P16, John Hill, and that number 20. John, great to have you back with us tonight. John's a regular here in our Ricmotech Hotlap Humpday Challenge, coming in with a 112.790. John is sitting on the bubble at P16 as we are only taking the top 16 drivers on the leaderboard to Heat 1. P17, the Ricmotech 1 simulator, and Jose Cabrera, both sitting on the bubble trying to work their way into the first event tonight.
If I could just be a little more delicate with my footwork, I think we go a long way.
We want to remind our viewers out there, if you want to jump in and try to give yourself a whirl at breaking these record times being laid down here at Sandown tonight, come on out and join us. We're in the iRacing hosted sessions Down Under is the password tonight. We do have that on screen for you there. It's all one word, and it is all lowercase. Again, Down Under. And we are at Sandown Raceway, the latest, one of the latest track additions to iRacing's platform. And we are in the hosted sessions. Be sure to come out and join us. And we do want to send a big special thanks to Ricmotech for putting this event on. We do it the third Wednesday of every month. So if you're not able to make it tonight, be sure and join us the third Wednesday in July, as we will be doing this all over. And we never give away what track and car combination we're doing for the event. So that's what makes it even more exciting. Again, we want to thank Frank Rico at Ricmotech for putting all these on. And if you have any need for sim racing gear, well, guess what? I know where you need to go. There is a plethora of brands and products at Ricmotech.com. They carry everything down there and quite a library of parts as well. So make sure you visit Ricmotech.com. You never know what you may find. You never know what you thought you didn't need, and when you see it, you're going to want it. So head over to Ricmotech.com, give them a chance to be a part of your Ricmotech sim rig. All right, back to the action on track here. John Hill with his 111.666. That's going to move him up to P13. So John getting into business here at the end of this event. Take a look and see how some of our other drivers are faring out on track. Blake Northcutt still trying to get his time down now. Looks like he just popped a 110.38 or 831, just a little bit slower than his best time out there. Quite a bit of traffic out here now at that turn 4. Shaun Cole now making his way across turn 10, heading down to the 11, 12, 13 section through that tight little chicane area. Out of 12, and he's going to make his way, get that power down. See what he comes to the line. Looks like he is a 109.937. Shaun with a 109.922, only 15 hundredths. Oh, boy, he's going to need some work done to the nose of that car before he goes back.
Car, please.
Yep.
I'm getting sweaty again already.
Free coin, free coin. Anyone?
Let's see, what's our 2:15? So we're 20 minutes away from call.
Yep. We are 20 minutes away.
I'm still getting some massive rear brake lock up at
Oh, me too. Terrible. That's the hardest thing about getting into these damn corners.
Is it adjustable out, or is it just a problem with the car? Could be my downshifting too. I bet I'm downshifting early and slamming on the brakes too hard.
Track temperature is now down to 80 degrees, drivers. 80 degrees. It's dropped quite a bit here in the last 40 minutes. So that sun is starting to drop. A little bit of cloud cover on the horizon. This would be the time to get those times really nailed down out there. We are 20 minutes away, just under 20 minutes away before we get into hot lap qualifying.
Dog's most done.
Quite a bit of traffic out here on course as we watch Shaun make his way back out of the pits here. Going after a new time, a better time, a faster time. Here we go, Shaun. Let's get it done, buddy. Get a nice close shot on his car here. Let's see how things fare for Shaun. We get a growl out of Robby. That means he's trying even harder.
Thanks, Woot.
Go ahead, Brian.
Thanks, Robby. We have a new time out of that driver up there in P2. Aldous Butelli coming in with a 108.712. Now just 1/10 off of our top driver on the board, Mr. Brian Highcotter.
You're in first there, right, Brian?
No, second.
That's second? Okay.
Yep.
Maybe I'm in too low of gear on these slow corners. First year?
Second if I do it right. Which I didn't today.
Shaun giving everything he has into turn 1. Good Gertie. Out of 2, now down, or 3 rather, down into 4. Oh, steps it out just a little bit. How's your time looking, Shaun?
Nothing.
Nothing? Okay.
Nothing.
Yeah, I thought maybe you might have lost a little bit there at one.
Turn 1 killed me then.
Yeah.
And turn 1 is second for you, Brian, or third?
Third.
Brian, you fine doing third there? Take some of that torque off the rear end?
Yeah, exactly.
That's second through there, though, right?
Oh, Shaun.
Yep.
Traffic got me again.
Traffic.
Okay, I'm gonna stretch. Stretch the
Corey Allen
legs.
finding some time out there up to P4 with a 109.255. And we have a new driver in P3, Paul Webster, in that number 19. Paul, I believe it's your first visit to the Ricmotech Hotlap Humpday Challenge. Great to have you with us. We do appreciate you joining us. Coming in with a 108.942. We now have 3 drivers in the 108s at the top of the leaderboard. Oh, look at David Clymer up there doing what he does, climbing that leaderboard. And that number 242 up to a 109.418, dropping Jason Gata down to P6. Our very own Shaun Cole finding himself in P7, and Robby Unser now down to P8 with 109.948. Mr. Frank Rico, you close by? Do you have a copy out there? Looks like Shaun's going to be in the pit for a moment. Let's follow David Clymer here to see how he's doing out on track. He works his way out onto the course. Watching David Clymer just throw that thing down into those S's coming into turn 9, locks up the front end, but I'll tell you, he got a really good run through the apex there. Let's see what he does coming through 10 and into that 11, 12, 13 complex. They pick up a little bit of slipstream off the car right in front of him here. Let's see if he's close enough to make that happen. Coming out as he's looking at the line, comes across with a 118.8. That would be time that he, let's see, that puts him 118. Sorry about that. It's a 108. Yeah, 118. So he obviously got held up quite a bit on that lap there. See how he does here on this lap. Takes quite a bit of air, a little bicycling off turn 3. Coming through 4. This is the tricky one, getting power down. He gets a nice run off the corner. He is behind that 19 now. He may be able to pick up some slipstream.
Damn it.
Still 3 drivers in the 108s. Our 4th driver is Corey Allen. He's in the 109s. The first driver in the 109s there in P4. Watching Clymer now, locking up that front wheel again, but he sure gets a good run through that apex of 9. Coming through 10 here. 19 car lets him come by. Oh, he happens to catch the grass a little bit on entry there, steps the back end out. That's going to hurt his time, and he gets loose coming off the final corner as well. Boy, that's going to hurt this lap and the lap coming up. You can see he's bailing on both of them. was that coming out of the pits. Mr. Highcotter, I saw Simpit machine there. There we go. Let's see how Highcotter does coming out here as he's putting down P1 so far with a 108.625. Quite a bit of traffic in front of him here. Let's see if that works in his favor or not. They're able to maintain some pace. It may actually work in his favor. 20 car right in front of him. John Hill sitting on a 111.166 in P13. Looks like John's going to let Highcotter go on by. That's the kind of courtesy we like to see out there. Just takes those S's nice and smooth, just lets that car float right across the top of them. Through 10 here now. He's passed all but one of the cars that he had in front. It could have been a deterrent. See how this Ford Mustang in front of him here fares as Brian comes across the line to start his next hot lap here on the clock. Saw the cameraman get a shot of his car as he went by. Brian throws that nose down into turn 1. It's a little bit of curve. Lets it track out nicely. Very smooth. Down into 2 now. A little bit of curve. A little bit of curve out of 3. Here's the critical part. Getting that power down out of 4. Boy, you can't do it any smoother than what Brian did just there. Allow that car to just roll right up onto the curb. Nice and smooth. Smooth inputs on the throttle. You want to get as much acceleration as you can because that long backstretch will do nothing but win you time back if you get a good run off the 4. Now down into 9, a little bit of lockup. Oh, and he has to carry it out into the dirt, unfortunately, for that number 05. He'll be looking to get things rolling again. Back behind the 19 now once again. He's going to have to get back up to speed. Get a good run out of this final corner to start another hot lap. Again, Brian, the leader on the leaderboard. It's another camera there as he comes, or another photograph as he comes by the line.
Fuck me.
Quarter in the cuss jar for Robby. Brian has a really nice run through this first sector. Coming up off of turn 4, the 19's going to let him by once again. This is critical here. Not only do you want that run down the backstretch, but you need a good smooth entry through 6 through 9. He takes a lot of 6, comes down into 9, nice and smooth to the apex. Gets a good run off of 9. Could have some momentum here on this lap. Heading down into 11. Nice entry at 11. Nice and smooth through 12. Gets a nice track out up off the curb. Here we go. May have a little slipstream to boot coming to the line. A 108.351. Unbelievable. Wow, what a time out of the way. Here we go. We have a new time on the board out of that number 05. Mr. Brian Highcotter coming in with a 108.351. Literally 1/10 off of the real world record by Shane Van Gisbergen of a 108.244. Brian Highcotter right on the heels of that real time. Brian, you got to be feeling good about that, buddy. On you out on track. I know Robby is. Let's get back to that beautiful chrome machine of Robby Unser. Let's see what he can get laid down here as he works his way into more traffic and cars off track for this 2-4 complex. Manages to get through it fine, nice and clean, coming through 4. Get some nice clean power down off the turn 4. No slip there.
Thank you. Whoa, come on.
Robby driving that Holden Commodore tonight. Everything he can to improve on that P8 position that he has right now. Last lap is a 1:13.843. Now coming down into 11 and 12. It's a nice track out in rotation through 12. Good run up off of 13. Coming to the line. Here we go. Good run down into 1 here. Paul Webster sitting 2/10 back from Aldous Putelli. Corey Allen still sitting P4 with his 109.255, not able to improve on that. We're watching Robby Unser coming off that last corner there of 4 to get out onto the backstretch.
Yeah, 3's killing me there. Or 2. I need to be first. Lost a shit ton there. Oh shit. Okay.
Oh, Robby gets loose. Oh, went right into the tire barrier. The Hans device comes through once again. Okay, here we go. Robby coming back out of the pits. We're down to 6 minutes remaining.
Yeah, I haven't actually gotten a qualifying lately.
Oh, have you had just little
See
off
that
tracks
backing
there?
up crap right there? That is
Yeah.
really not smart.
Yeah, it's some of the new drivers down there on the Sims. Whoa!
Kidding.
Ouch!
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
yeah, that did not work. Yep, that's the importance of driving etiquette there. Good example of that. You see the 12 car, they really should be escaping and going back to the pits to get a fresh car to make sure we keep the track clear for the hot lappers out here. Always good etiquette to just go ahead and escape, certainly if you're not in a race, and certainly if the car is damaged, as we can see here. The 12 car is really limping down the track with a lot of right front end damage there. The other cars are able to make their way around. Here comes Robby Unser. He's going to take driver's right there.
Okay, well, we might as well cool down till qual.
Just under 5 minutes remaining in our pre-qualifying here, drivers. Just under 5 minutes remaining.
Did make another slight improvement in time.
I can't get any improvement lately.
Again, drivers, we are taking the top 16 drivers on the leaderboard from our next qualifying session. Not this one. Not this one. All drivers have the ability to qualify in this upcoming 30-minute qual session. Again, that will start in 4 minutes. In 4 minutes, we will be switching over to our hot lap qualifying. It will be 30 minutes in length. The top 16 drivers on the leaderboard at the end of that 30-minute qualifying session will make their way into the first 15-minute heat race tonight. After the first heat race is completed, the top 12 drivers will advance to the final feature race. There will be a 5-minute practice between Heat 1 and the feature. There will be a top 6 inverted grid for the start of our feature race this evening. During that final event, drivers, if you wreck and are not able to continue the event and you have to pit to repair damage, you will be disqualified from the event. You are not allowed to pit in these hot lap sprint races. We'll be giving away that Ricmotech Racing Simulators t-shirt tonight to the driver that wins that final event. Again, there will be 12 drivers that will advance to the final feature this evening. We do appreciate each and every one of you coming out tonight. Big turnout this evening. And again, join us next month, third Wednesday of every month. We've been doing this event for 4.5 years now. We do want to thank Ricmotech for putting it on each and every month. And you never know what car track combination we're going to provide. Tonight, we decided to head down to Sandown Raceway here in Australia to help celebrate the 60th anniversary of Sandown Raceway for 2022. And this is the first time we've ever run the supercars here in the Hotlap Humpday Challenge. So you guys are all on board for the inauguration of this combination here for Hotlap. Just over 2 minutes remaining in our pre-qual practice here. We'll be switching over to our actual qualifying for tonight's event in just under 2 minutes. Remind our viewers that if you're ever down in the Miami Lakes area, Miami, Florida, be sure to stop by and visit Frank Rico himself in person at the Ricmotech facility there, and the whole team of staff there. Fantastic organization, very friendly, and always willing to give you unbelievable knowledge about sim racing. So if you're new watching our event tonight, you live down in Florida, or you're going to be traveling that way, make sure you visit Ricmotech there in Miami Lakes, Florida. They have a lot of simulators there for you to jump on and test out and drive. Beautiful new showroom in their new facility there. Lots of wheels and many brands. My goodness, it's amazing all of the parts and pieces that they have down there at the Ricmotech facility. Great to have such an organization here in the States. 30 seconds remaining, 30 seconds.
Wow, Brian, that's an amazing...
Holy smokes, Brian Highcutter, another best time of a 108.303. All right, drivers, we're coming up on 15 seconds remaining, 15 seconds remaining in our pre-qualifying session. All right, drivers, before we switch over, let's make sure we keep our courtesy up during qualifying. If you damage your vehicle during qualifying, please escape to the pits. Do not leave your car on track to impede other drivers. Thank you.
Looks like they had a really good turnout at Ricmotech.
It looks like they had a great turnout down there. Absolutely. Yep. Switched over to qualifying now?
Yep, qual.
Okay. Watching Aldous Butelli coming out of the pits first, looking to lay down the first time on the board. Right behind him, Shaun Cole out on the backstretch. Those tires heated up, ready to start laying down these hot laps for qualifying. And we'll be inverting our top 6 for our feature race tonight. Critical times for these drivers, and we're only taking the top 16 on the leaderboard. We have a field, of about 22 cars, I believe, 23 cars in here this evening. That big Ricmotech banner on the bottom side of Shaun Cole's wing there as he begins his first hot lap.
Kevin, how you doing?
Doing great, Frank.
It's Frank.
Great to see you, buddy.
Yeah, I've been swamped over here.
Hey, that is a good thing to hear.
It's a good problem to have.
Boy, you betcha. You betcha. You betcha. Well, we've switched over to qualifying here, so
Yep.
We've got everybody in your seats down there, and everybody's ready to try to qualify.
Everybody's kind of working on it here, and so now the questions are coming up. Refresh my memory. How many drivers are we taking for the
We
first heat?
take 16 drivers.
16 drivers for the first heat. Okay. And then for the second heat, how many?
We will take 12 to the second. Yeah.
Depends on where I finish. Let's get the rules straightened out here, man.
It's
That's
a moving
right.
target.
There
That's
you go.
right,
It's a
moving
surprise.
Yes, yes.
If Robby qualifies 18th, we're taking the top
18.
tonight.
There you
Yes,
go.
That's it. That's how it works.
I
here
really
at the
do
Hotlap.
think that should be the rule. You just got to finish in front of Robby to make the show.
That's
So
right.
Robby is the cutoff.
Yeah, Robby is the cutoff. He is the bubble, no matter where.
Hey, I've had many a black dot on me at races in real life. I'm good with it.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah, it's great to see all the different drivers jumping in the simulators down there, Frank, and glad you're having a big turnout there for the open house. That's wonderful.
Yeah, we're getting guys that are familiar with iRacing and race on iRacing. We got some first-time guys as well. So yeah, a little bit of everything.
Fantastic. Oh, that's great. That is great. So,
Oh,
real
we're in
quick before I let you
qualifying.
go, I know the guys are qualifying here. Robby, yeah, you're going to have to get out there on track, buddy, and get that time laid down.
Yeah.
And so, Frank, tell me real quick. I know you've been busy. We haven't had a chance to chat, but I know you've got a couple of products that are back in stock that you want to let everybody know out there in our viewer world. I believe one of them is a SimuCube and SimMagic. Tell me about them.
Yep, we got a recent shipment of SimuCubes that were out of stock for a while, so we got those in. We still have some inventory of the SimMagic. Once those are out, we're going to be out of SimMagic for a little bit, but yeah, we got both of those in stock right now. So anybody looking for those, now's the time to jump on it.
Fantastic.
Because yeah, with current supply chain issues, yeah, when we're out.
It may be a while.
Difficult to say when we'll have more. Yeah.
Well, that's good to know. These are all direct drive wheels, and of course, direct drive very popular right now in the industry, and of course, the SimuCube being one of the very popular ones out there. SimMagic being relatively new to the direct drive world. Is that correct?
Yeah, correct. They've only been around for it's been what 18 months, 2 years maybe.
Yeah.
Still relatively new. But yeah, performing really well. I know Shaun. We sent Shaun
A whole bunch.
one of each to try out and review.
Fantastic.
So.
Well, great. Well, Frank, appreciate you talking with us. We'll let you get back to your busy atmosphere down there. It's wonderful to see.
We got to get everybody organized so that multiple guys don't qualify on the same account and
Exactly. Yep.
and lock themselves out.
You bet. All right, buddy.
I'll
Well,
be
we'll
back in
let you
touch.
get back to it.
Yep, I'll
Sounds
be
good.
back.
We'll talk. All right. There you go, Frank Rico from Ricmotech headquarters there as they're getting all the drivers sorted out in Miami for this qualifying session that's taking place right now. And Ryan Highcotter, I cannot believe the time that I'm seeing up on the board, a 108.174. I just don't know how that can even happen. Paul Webster, the new driver to the Humpday Challenge this month, coming in right behind him with a 108.234. Aldous Butelli holding down P3 with a 109 flat. Shaun Cole comes in with a 109.7. He's now P4. David Clymer is P5 in the 242 with a 109.864. We have a driver in Miami Lakes, Florida on the Ricmotech 2 simulator coming in with a 110.1. He's now P6. Robby Unser kicks in there with a P7 with a 110.352. Wouter Van Moren, Wouter back here with us tonight. He's now P8 with a 111.4. John Hill holding down P9 with a 112.1.
I need a
And
ride.
now a P10 driver, which is the last driver with a clock time on the board of 1:13.4. We still have 6 more drivers that can lay down times and make it into our event tonight. See how Robby's doing here. We'll come back around. Oh, there's Blake Northcutt. Blake trying to get his. Oh, okay. Blake now has his first time. He's got a 111.337. Driver just ahead. John Hill in the number 20. John still trying to find his first time on the board. Nope, John does have a time. My bad. A 111.08. 11 flat, so he should be in our first event. Looking back at Corey Allen now. Corey Allen going after his first time on the board. 22 minutes in, or 22 minutes remaining, I should say. 8 minutes into qualifying. Watching that 11 car now coming through P9, or turn 9 rather, T9. Now through 10. Wouter Van Work resets back to toe. Back in the pits, getting fresh tires. Corey Allen now coming up the final corner in that number 11 car, approaching the line. Let's see what he comes in with. A 109.336. What a time out of Corey Allen. That's going to move him all the way up to P4. Corey a little bit late on the brakes there in 1, but he gets a good run through the corner. Going to come up on the Ricmotech 4 machine, the number 5. Yeah, he's going to get hung up there. Unfortunate for him, getting caught in traffic. We'll step back here, take a look at Aldous, see how he's faring. Aldous sitting on a 109 flat as he comes out of the final corner. Car spins right in front of him there. No movement on our times at the top of the board. Highcotter still sitting on a 108.1, and Webster right behind with a 108.234. Watching Aldous now coming down into turn 9 in that number 9. Good run off that corner. Could be a good lap for Aldous. Wouter Van Morik now in the top 10, P10 with a 110.784. Here we go, Aldous coming to the line. Let's see what he ends up with here. A 108.932. Unbelievable. We now have 3 drivers back in the 108s, the same 3 from practice. Robby Unser now making his way out of pit lane. Does have a car approaching. It looks like he will get out ahead of that driver, though. Robby out on the back stretch now. Let's see what kind of time he can bring in on this lap. Is this your out lap, Robby?
Yep.
Yeah, it is your out lap. All right.
It'll be a really long one.
Kenneth E-step. I think Kenneth is still looking for his best time. Kenneth is. Yes, Kenneth is still looking to put a time on the board here. Kenneth on an out lap now in that number 15. Good smooth run there through the S's down through 6, 7, and 8. Kenneth momentarily here as we watch Brian Highcotter, our driver at the top of the leaderboard with his 108.1. Heading down into turn 11, now into 12. Takes a little curb out of 12. A lot of curb out of 13. Let's see what he comes across the line with. This may be an outlap for Brian. No, it is not. A 108.578. A 4/10 off his best time. The Kenneth E-step coming in with a 110.726. That's going to put him up on the board to P10. That'll put Ken now into our first event here this evening. Kenneth driving with that Spider-Man helmet. We now have 12 cars that have made it into the top 16 for our first heat race tonight. Still have several drivers looking to get those times laid down to make it into that first event. Checking on Robby Unser here, see how he's doing. Coming up out of the final corner, making his way out of 13
I
there.
jacked it all up.
Oh, had a rough
Yeah,
lap.
it's still a decent.
110.522.
Suck.
4 tenths off his best time as he's heading back down into 1 here. See if he can make an improvement on that time. Well within the range of making it into the first event, though, this evening. He held up a little bit here with traffic. The 5 car lets him by. Five car finding his way around backwards here, coming out of turn 4. One of the Ricmotech simulator machines. Got our eyes on Shaun Cole now, making his way up to the start-finish line. Coming in with a 110.319. Actually, a really good time out of Shaun. Still about 5.5 tenths off his best mark, though. Shaun Cole sitting P6 on the board right now, so he's well within the 16-car limit range for Heat 1 this evening. Oh, Shaun getting a little bit of wet noodle wiggle there coming out of turn 3. That'll certainly do it to you there at that corner. Back to Robby Unser now. He's laid down a 110.924. Starting his next hot lap here. Let's see what he can get done. We watched that sun starting to fade in the background. A little bit of cloud cover on the horizon. Going to bring some cool track temperatures. Track temp was down to 80 degrees a little while ago. I'm sure it has dropped quite a bit since then. Well, we get any more cloud cover, we may be running this in the lights. And there are no lights here at Sandown. No, we should be good to go. Robby making his way down into the 6, 7, 8, 9, very fast section, hard on the brakes. Boy, he came through there really smooth, too. Gets a good run up off of 9. And around that slight right-hander of 10, now heading down into the very heavy braking of 11. Takes a little bit of curb on the inside, back to the left. Takes a nice track out wide, gets a good launch up off the corner. Let's see what he comes in with here, coming to the line. He's got himself a 109.820. Nice time out of Robby Unser. That's his best lap time, moving him up to P7.
Whoa.
Oh, takes it a little deep into P1. Holds on to it, though.
Oh.
Ryan Highcotter comes across the line with a 109.7. Quite a ways off his best time. Blake Northcott looking to improve on his 110.6 as he is sitting P10 at the moment. Boy, he gets a good run up off of 1 there. Heading down into 2. Very tough section here. That 2-3 section is really difficult. Seeing a lot of drivers struggling in that area. And of course, the infamous power down out of 4. You know, one of the most critical parts on the track to lose speed is coming out of 4 there. You get a good run, you'll win back time all the way up the straightaway. You have a terrible run out of 4, you're going to have a terrible run all the way up the straightaway. So, man, I'll tell you, that is a deciding factor on how your lap is going to be dictated when you get back around to the stripe, that exit. Blake gets a good run through 9. I'll tell you, this could be a good time for him as he comes through 10. Hard on the brakes into 11. Takes just a little bit of curve. Gets a nice rotation through 12 and a good run up off the exit. Let's see what he can do here coming to the line. This could be a really good lap for Blake. A 110.677.
Oh,
he's
son of a
just
bitch. That was me.
of a second off his best time. Tech 3 and 2 coming out of the pits. Wouter Van Moort coming out of the pits now in that number 668.
Are you live?
His time. I am. Wouter Van Moort down into turn 2. Now he's sitting on a 110.358, sitting P9, so he's well within the window. We have 12 cars that have laid down times that have actually qualified for this first event. Wooder gets a good run up a 9, comes through 10 here. Let's see what he can do in this final chicane. Out of 11, out of 12 now. It's a good run. This could be a good lap here for Wooder. Let's see what he has at the line. He comes across now with a 1. Oh, nope. My bad. That is his out lap. Now on a hot lap. Let's head back to Robby Unser. Let's see what he comes across the line with. Same out lap.
Nothing.
Back to Shaun. Shaun's not on an out lap. Let's see what he can bring to the line. 110 flat, a .074. A little bit off his best time. Shaun sitting on a 109.72. That is his best run here in qualifying. He's sitting P6 right now, right in front of Robby Unser. Oh, Shaun gets a little bit high on the curb there. Nice job. Rolls out of the way of the driver behind him.
Yeah, it was Aldris behind me. I was trying very hard to not mess him up.
That was good. Yep. Aldis gets a good run up off of 4 now, up onto the backstretch. Follow Aldis here and see how he does coming through the 6, 7, 8, 9 section.
Hey, Kev.
Yeah, Frank?
We need a little assistance from you.
Okay, no problem.
Guy driving on Ricmotech 4.
Okay.
Got DQ.
Oh!
Can you help us out with that?
I think
I didn't even ask what he did to get DQ.
Probably went backwards.
Ricmotech 4.
I think they told me Ricmotech 4.
Yep.
That was the team.
Okay. Yes, he should be good. He should be good. Yep,
All
now
right.
he's cleared. Yep.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Aldis comes through with a 109.259, about 4/10 off of his best time. Aldis back in the pits now. He's going to give it another run. We have just over 10 minutes remaining in qualifying. Shaun's back in the pits. Blake Northcutt coming around for his next best time. Let's see what he can get done here as he makes his way out of 12. Coming out of 13, he's going to drop it into the pits. Not happy with that lap. Corey Allen now coming up to the line, but I believe he is on a hot lap as well. No, that is his next hot lap time, 109.460. That should move him up. Let's see where Corey comes in now. That's going to put him P4 on the board. Tech 3 now struggling, coming out of 3 to 4 there. Shaun Cole still sitting in the pits. Blake Northcutt in the pits. Robby Unser comes across the line, a 110.205. Not the time he wanted. Ricmotech 3 exiting the pits once again. Back to Robby Unser now. Just under 10 minutes remaining in qualifying, drivers. Just under 10 minutes remaining. We have 13 drivers with times on the board. 13 drivers with times on the board. We're taking the top 16 drivers. How you looking on this lap, Robby?
I'm okay so far.
Okay, good. Here we go. Watching Robby Unser now coming down into 6. Nice smooth entry. Now through 9. Boy, gets that power down. Nice. Tracks out wide. Gets every bit of juice he can out of that car. Here we go.
Whoa!
Oh, he catches the curve. Coming through 12. He hangs on to it. Incredible driving there out of Robby. But that's sure.
Yeah, but I lost half a second.
Oh, what a bummer. Oh, don't you hate that? That is tough. Tough. Ricmotech 4 back out on track now, trying to get his time laid down on the board. Blake Northcutt coming around. Let's see what kind of time he can pull in here. But Blake taking that right or left rear wheel all the way to the grass line. It's a good run up off the final corner. Let's see what Blake comes across with here at the line. Okay, that was his out lap. He is now on his next hot lap with 8 minutes remaining in qualifying. Quite a bit of traffic now down into 1. Kenneth East out. looking to improve his time, sitting on a 110.7, P12 at the moment. Here we go, back to Aldous Putelli as he heads up the backstretch in that beautiful red and white number 9 machine. Aldous Putelli sitting P3 currently. A 108.843 is what he's looking to improve on. Back to Kenneth Estep, out on an out lap as well. Paul Webster, let's see how Paul Webster's doing. Paul now up to P2 with a 108.234, looking to improve on his time in that green and black machine. Oh, as he gets loose, coming through 6, 7, 8, 9. 7 minutes and 29 seconds remaining. John Hill looking to improve on his time. He's sitting P13 with a 111.081. John, a regular in the Hotlap Humpday competition.
I'll be right back.
Ryan Highcutter now making his way out on the backstretch, coming off of his last lap with a 108.215. About 5,000ths of a second off of his best time. Sorry to announce that, Brian. Good Gertie. You need to pick it up.
Slacking.
Yep, slack daddy over here. All right, David Clymer in that number 242 heading up the backstretch, looking to make a much better time out of his run here. David's sitting P5 right now, trying to improve. Robby Unser coming down through the 6, 7, 8, 9 section. Nice smooth run through 9 here. You want an outlap, Robbie, or a hot lap?
Yeah.
Outlap.
Out.
Aldous coming off a 110.273. Let's see if he can improve on his time. We have a 14th driver now on the board. The Ricmotech 4 machine finally lands a time with a 112.415. So we now have 14 out of 16 drivers now committed to our first race here this evening. Dual 15-minute sprint races is what we're going to get done as we watch Aldous just do a major drift all the way around turn 1. He's going to have to park it. We're back to see how Ricmotech 4 is doing, coming to the line, see if they can improve on their 112.4. A 111.503. That's going to move Ricmotech. Nope, that's where they're going to hold right there at P14 on the board.
Are we done?
Still holding on his time. Robbie's still holding on his time. 5 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Ricmotech 2 trying to get a time on the board. Does not do it at that mark. Go through the field here. John Hill coming across the line now. A 111.159. Let's see if that's an improvement for John. Negative. 1/10 off his best time. Robby Unser's coming back out of the pits. He's looking to make another run at it. Ryan Highcutter still out on track. Boy, I think Brian is literally going to break the record for the most practice laps at Sandown.
Well, and he's made no damn mistakes either.
I know, right?
He's gotten like 0 freaking incidents.
Yeah, he has a whopping 2.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep, doesn't that make you sick? Paul Webster coming in with a 111.62, 672 rather. He's, that's his out lap or one of the laps that he got held up on, I would imagine, at that point. We have another driver in the Ricmotech 1 simulator. You see that motion sim moving back and forth as he's coming off the corners there. Looking to get a time laid down on the board so that they can join the first event here this evening. Wouter Van Moort trying to improve on his time. Wouter right now sitting P9 with a 109.842. Back to Ricmotech 3. Ricmotech 3 still trying to get a time on the board. Ricmotech 2 is on the board with a 110.116. Oh, Ricmotech 3 is on the board. They've come in with a 109.665. Still a total of 14 cars out of 16 that have now qualified for our first event here tonight. Ricmotech 2 getting a little loose coming into the final 2 corners here. Manages to hold on to it. Don't know that they're going to have an improved time on that lap. Losing all that time with, how about a 109.850? They did improve on their time, moving themselves to P10. Ryan Highcotter coming across with a 108.464, 3/10 off of his best time. John Hill comes across the line with a 111.6. John really trying to improve there, about a half a second off his best time. Robby Unser comes across the line to start his next hot lap. Lake Northcutt comes across with a 110.944. That's going to be a little bit shy of his best time tonight. Wooter sitting on a 109.842 in that all-black number 16. Wooter Van Morik, a regular here at the Hotlap Humpday Challenge. We usually see Wooter pretty much most of the rounds every year. We may miss a couple throughout the year, but he's been quite a regular here. We appreciate his time coming out running in the Hotlap Humpday Challenge. Big thanks to all the drivers that have come out this evening and all the drivers that have joined Frank down there at the open house at the Ricmotech headquarters there in Miami Lakes, Florida. Beautiful facility down there. Big, nice showroom. Tell you, it's like a sim racer's Disney World down there. Boy, you just walk in that place and you want to get your hands on every shifter and wheel that they have. Quite a line of products they carry.
Do we know which rigs of theirs are in? Robby's in. I'm in.
3 is in. Ricmotech 2 is in. Ricmotech 4 is in.
Did you say 3 and 4?
2, 3, and 4 are all in.
All right, we don't have a camera on 4. We do have a camera for 2 and 3. So 1 is not in?
Great. 1 is not in. 1 is not in.
All right, let's see if we can fix that on our stream so we can actually see Ricmotech.
Copy.
3. Let's see, we're using this version. We're gonna put him over here. Forgive me,
David Clymer trying to improve on his time. Sitting P4 right now, just outside of the podium starters. Be on the inside, or the outside of row 2, rather, with a 108.963. Clymer's beautiful gray and red Simpit machine. Love to see that number 242 out here every month. I don't think David's missed a hot lap in probably 2 years. I think he's here every single month. Appreciate his devotion to the hot lap series here.
all right, there we go. So I have, on the far left is Ricmotech 3.
Okay.
On the second position is Ricmotech 2.
Trip.
Then
Wonderful.
Robby, then me.
Perfect. Fantastic.
And our pole sitter is on the mic. All right, here we go.
Be sure we got enough fuel.
What I'm estimating is actually 9 gallons, so
10 should be
8.75,
good?
but a 10 should be plenty. Yep.
All right.
10
Is that what you're on, Shaun?
What's that, Robby?
10 gallons. Did you end up on Brian's setup?
90 seconds remaining. 90 seconds remaining in qualifying, drivers.
I don't know if I got enough freaking strength. I'm sweating like a whore in church
Man,
over
I'll
here.
tell you what, Robbie, you look like I do when I finish a race. Man, I'm
Jesus.
soaking wet.
Well, I get up there and I go in there. It's like, why it's so hot? And my wife's like, why it's cold. So the AC got turned off.
Yeah, our living room's nice for my sim room.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Like, oops.
Hot.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, here we go. We are getting ready for our final event here tonight. All right, drivers, here we go. Let's get ready for our final event. Only the top 14 drivers may join the event. Only drivers that put a time on the board. That would be 14 drivers that will be in our event here this evening. Again, drivers, the second event, we will be taking the top 12. 2 drivers will not make it and advance to the final event. And again, if you are damaged during the event and you have to pit, you will be DQ'd. Do not come back out on track once your car is damaged to the point that you cannot continue the race.
Oh, what happened to Corey?
Situation awareness. Keep your F3 box up, and let's be aware of who is around you on the track during the race. Let's make sure we leave plenty of spacing in some of these tight areas, going through 2, 3, and 4. If you decide to go through there side by side, please allow enough spacing for both vehicles to do so. The same going through turn 9, that whole 6, 7, 8, 9 coming down off the backstretch. Let's make sure we leave space there. If you are too wide, we don't recommend it in those areas. This will be a 15-minute sprint race, drivers, 15-minute sprint race. It will be a 5-minute practice once this race is completed. There will
Good
be
luck,
no,
Robbie.
no tire scrubbing, drivers. This is
Good
a
luck, Brian,
short
if you hear us.
commencement lap. Brian Highcotter, the 05 car is our control car. We will go on green. We are going on green this evening. As we come through turn 10 here, let's line up, let's pack up and pair up. About a half a car length distance between each of you coming to the line. And we'll be marshaling up in the sky here, keeping an eye on all of you. We'll issue drive-through penalties if things get a little crazy out there. Let's make sure we keep our race etiquette and our situation awareness at a premium. Good luck to all of you drivers. Stand by for the start. Green, 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 drivers. Here we go, heading down to turn 1. Brian Highcotter takes an early lead as we see Dallas Patelli on the left side now. Right behind Brian Highcotter, nearly goes right up into his back end there. On the inside, the 19 driver, Paul Webster, having a good run. We've got a spin on the inside, the 242. He hangs on to it. Robby Unser is able to make a move to the inside. Shaun Cole gets a little bit loose there.
Oh!
He drops to 7. Oh no, Robby Unser spins it out of 4. Let's see if he can get the car going again and recover. Heading down the back stretch now, we see the whole field now single file heading up the hill. They'll be reaching speeds of 160 miles an hour as they head down into the 6 through 9 S section. Coming through there at a high rate of speed, watching the 242 as he drops down into turn 9, David Clymer. Brian Highcotter now opening up that lead a little bit, but he still has Dallas Patelli right on his rear end, about 4 or 5 car lanes back. Shaun Cole makes a move to the inside on Clymer. Heading down into 12. One gets a good run up off of the final corner as he makes his way up to position 6 now as they come across the strike. We'll head back to the front of the field here. Dallas Patelli, Brian Highcotter getting a little bit of a gap now on the rest of the field. Brian has opened up about 6, 7 car lengths now as that number 9 car is looking to get some power down here and try to hold on to that slipstream. Heading back to P3, we have the Ricmotech 3 driver back there. Having an excellent run here. That driver jumped into the practice late here this evening, got into qualifying and really putting on quite a show. Dallas Patelli trying to chase down Brian as they come through the 6-9 complex. We head back here to Shaun Cole now, pulling down P6 as he wraps his way down into P9, heavy on the brakes. P5 goes wide. Shaun Cole gets a move to the inside, driver's left. He's going to make the pass as he heads down into turn 11. Nice move out of that 39 as he gets a good run up off the exit, get a good run down the front straightaway, and Shaun Cole finds himself in that number 39, P5, as the photographer gets a picture as he crosses the line. Paul Webster now right up on the heels of that Ricmotech 3 driver. A lot of action here happening now. Get back to that P3-4 battle here going on. That Ricmotech 3 driver now feeling the heat of Paul Webster. Paul Webster having an incredible run in practice earlier. Qualified to lead P3. Now back to P4, and he's trying to regain that position now as he closes in the slipstream, coming down into the 6, 7, 8, 9 section. Heavy on the brakes. That 19 gets right up on the rear end of that number 6. It's a good run off on 9. Right on the heels, we have a car around in the background there. We're going to get going again. That looks like that was possibly Ricmotech 2 car back there getting loose. Six car opens up a little bit of gap now. Falls back into that slipstream. Let's see if he can close back up on that six car, and he's doing it. Holy smokes, look at that slipstream gap. Slows down. He goes driver's right. Let's see if he can get a run. Six car protects on the inside, but goes wide through the entry. The 19 gets a move on the inside and gets the pass done. What a move. P19 finds himself up in P3. Kellis Butelli trying to hang on to Brian Highcotter, just not able to do it. That 05 car has that setup dialed in. He is locked in here at Sandown. We're back to the field here. I think we've got a couple of battles back here, and we do. The Ricmotech 4 machine and John Hill going side by side as they climb this daunting hill down into turn 6. 150 miles an hour, both cars matched up here, heavy on the brakes, side by side into 6. The 20 car takes over the position. John Hill moves up one spot now, the P8. It's a good run now out of 9. A little more traffic now. You may have some Kenneth step in that 15, maybe closing in on both of these drivers here as they head into that final chicane. And if he step going a little wide, getting it up there in the grass. Don't get that power down in that grass. That car will spin right around. Great job of the 15, maintaining control. All right, let's see what's happening back here with Brian Highcotter. Well, you know what? He just sees nothing but blank real estate in front of him. What a view. What a landscape. No cars in front of him as he is getting it done. He's now leading lap 5. In this 15-minute heat race, just under 10 minutes remaining. Paul Webster trying to gap that Ricmotech 3 car as he heads down to turn 9. That number 6 gets a little loose and he drifts all the way through turn 9. He's able to save it somehow. Now he's going to feel the pressure of the number 39 of Shaun Cole, and Shaun is now working his way up to pressure for P3. Oh no, Shaun goes into the corner sideways. He's able to hold on to it out of 12. Shaun now feeling the pressure of Clymer coming up on his back end. We watch the lights start to fade here at Sandown Raceway in Australia. The headlights are on as we make a run down into turn 1 as Shaun Cole's heavy on the brakes. Down through 1, Clymer gets a little loose. Shaun looking for every opportunity to take advantage of this gap as he tries to get back to that machine ahead of him there, that Ricmotech 3. Oh, we got a car loose in the background. I believe that's Blake Northcutt. It is Blake Northcutt at number 16. He's having a good run now, I'll tell you what. That number 16 car is in P7. He needs to move up one spot if he wants to start on the pole for the second race. We are inverting the top 6 for the second feature event here this evening.
What was that? I'm in 12th, so you got to change that.
We're taking the top 12, taking the top 12 to round 2.
11 now.
Oh, he's 11, so now we're taking the top 11. No, I'm kidding. Hang in there, Robby. Robby's got himself back up in position to make it into the final event here this evening. We're inputting the top 6. Right now, Blake Northcutt is the driver trying to work his way up to P6. David Clymer's sitting on the bubble. Head up to Shaun Cole. He's still feeling that pressure at David Clymer. Shaun's sitting P5 right now. This would put Clymer on the pole for our feature event, and Shaun Cole on the outside of row 1. Watch those two coming up this very fast backstretch. The home of horsepower is what it's known as here at Sandown Raceway. 150 miles an hour. They come screaming down through 6, 7, 8. Now heavy on the brakes. We watch Clymer get loose. That's going to open up the gap for Shaun. That takes the pressure off of Shaun now. He can concentrate now on the car in front of him. A good run up off the final corner. Shaun comes across the line with a 109.362, laying down some amazing laps out there. gone with a 1:11.8, a 1:10.1, and now a 1:09.3. He's continuing to knock down those lap times. Ricmotech 2 putting on a pretty good show here this evening. Doing a little drifting through some of these corners, but that number 7's hanging on tight. Hanging on to P8. Lake Northcutt now may have an opportunity with some slipstream coming out that backstretch. Here he goes. 3 car lengths, 2 car lengths. Now he's right up on the rear end of the 7. Let's see if he can get it done going into 6. Still back a little too far.
Thanks.
Robby Unser finds himself in some traffic now. Got the 20 car of John Hill up ahead of him.
Late.
Robby down through 6, 7, 8, 9. Driving without a hood. It's got a little bit of front end damage, a little aero damage on the nose, but it's still able to knock down some great lap times here. Let's see if he can move ahead of that number 20 car. Heading down into turn 11 now. 12. Oh, we see the driver of Kenneth Eastout, the number 15, getting loose coming through the complex there. That's going to take the pressure off of Robby. Now he can keep his eyes out that windshield
Missed
as
a
he
damn
chases
gear.
down the 20. Oh, Robby misses a gear coming off the final corner. Trying to close that gap. That is not what you want to do. Well, he picks up a little bit of time there out of 1. John Hill having a really tough last lap. He had a 1:13.5. Robby's 1:12.5. So Robby picked up a second on that last lap. Let's see if he can close that gap and get into that slipstream here. Watch that sun starting to reflect off that beautiful chrome machine of Robby Unser. Went down through 6, 7, 8, 9. Rolling that car down through those corners, taking those curves. Around 9, very gentle with that throttle. Gets nice power down off the corner, closes up that gap even more. Now down to about 4 or 5 car lengths. Coming into 11, gets a little wiggle on brakes. Now to 12, nice and smooth. Gets a beautiful run out of 13. There we go. He's going to close up that draft. Let's see what he can do here. Reaching speeds of 150 miles an hour as they head down into turn 1, this very heavy brake zone. The 20 comes in a little hot. Pushes up onto the curb. Robby's got an opportunity here. He looks driver's right, side by side. John Hill takes it away, though. That 20 car wanting to maintain that lead. Robby's going to try and get a good run off that exit so he can slipstream and hopefully have an opportunity here at the end of this straight to make a move. John really defending well here. Gets a good run up off the 4. Robby trying to close in that gap now. Down to 2 car lengths. Very close. Not close enough to make a move, though, as they head down into the 6, 7, 8 section. Down into 9. It's a very difficult corner, and he goes wide. Unbelievable. John Hill dumps it into 20. That's going to move Robby now up into P10. Robby recovering greatly in this first race. All right, Robby has a lot of real estate ahead of him. Let's see if he can make some ground in this final 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Ricmotech 2 turning laps of 1:17. He's sideways. Hang in there, Robby. Ricmotech 2 now coming through 3. Sitting on a 1:17. Robby sitting on a 1:12. 5-second difference. What can he get done in these final 2 laps? Lake Northcutt sitting on a 1:10.9. He's pulling a gap now away from that Ricmotech 2 machine. Back up here to David Clymer and Shaun Cole. This battle's still heating up. David Clymer right on the heel. Shaun holding down P5 as we speak. Coming out of the final corner, Shaun gets a little loose. Straightens it back out. David looking to get a good move on the slipstream here. Let's see what he can get done. Not quite able to get close enough. Shaun Cole not going to defend, just going to maintain his line. Dives down into turn 1, takes a little bit of curb. Still maintaining a 3-car length gap on that 242 machine. Concentration these drivers have to have even in a 15-minute sprint race. As we watch Climber go around, the 242 Simpit machine unfortunately dumps it out of 4. Let's go back and see what's happening here. He's got a little bit of damage as we see Blake Northcutt and Ricmotech 2 and Robby Unser approaching that very damaged David Climber 242 machine. Here comes Blake up the straightaway. David Climber going to try to hold on to P6 as best he can. This is an opportunity for the 16 to get the pole now for race 2. In the background, we see the Ricmotech 2 machine, that number 7. That driver just, boy, I tell you, I don't know what he has on the rear end of this car, but it certainly isn't a lot of downforce. That Ricmotech 2 machine just getting thrown around this track. Blake Northcutt trying to close the gap now on David Climber. Blake coming across the line now with a 111.076 as we take a look at Climber with a 121, severely damaged, no wing on the car. The left front quarter panel is smashed in. His left front tire is exposed and rubbing on the quarter panel. Blake Northcutt looking to close the gap. He is closing. Ricmotech 2 machine is closing as we watch that sun continuing to set in the background. David Climber just babying that machine down the backstretch. Shaun Cole nice and comfortable here, sitting P5. They'll have a guaranteed front row start for the second event. Ricmotech 3, very good position for that driver as well. Paul Webster dumps it. He's now down into the inside barrier. Shaun Cole has another opportunity to move up. Paul Webster trying to get the car going. Ricmotech 3 goes by. Shaun Cole, he now goes by and takes over P3. David Climber now trying to get himself down there to make a move at the next position. P19 drops back now. Oh, very unfortunate for Paul Webster. What I was talking about, the pressure on these drivers, even in a 15-minute sprint race. These guys have been running for 2 hours on the sim now. They're exhausted at this point. Trying to get through this event is going to wear them out. They're only going to have a 5-minute break to the next race as we watch the driver of the number 7 back there, that Ricmotech 2, get completely sideways. That gives Robby Unser another opportunity to make up another spot with a minute and a half remaining. We should have 2 minutes to go at the line, or 2 laps to go.
This is it, white lap.
Oh,
this is white.
White flag is out. White flag is out. Robby Unser has made all of those positions up. He is going to finish P9. Back around to the front of the field. Shaun Cole's going to come across the line in P4. P3 is going to go to Ricmotech 3. And of course, Brian Highcotter and Ugelos Butelli taking over the win here tonight in our first round. We've got all the drivers across the stripe here. Blake Northcutt coming across. Ricmotech 2 coming across. Robby Unser.
Holy crap.
That's me, Climber and Webster on the front row.
Congratulations to Brian Highcotter in that number 05 for his win in round 1 here this evening. Aldous Butelli coming in second place. The
Ricmotech, high-performance sim racing equipment.
Down in Miami, taking P3.
Whether you're just looking to have fun, train for race day, or become a serious sports competitor, Ricmotech has you covered.
End of the race in P5. All right,
hundreds of name-brand parts, support from experts that love sim racing, trusted by the pros. There's only one place to go, Ricmotech.com.
P3, Ricmotech 3 will be P4. Aldous Butelli will start P5. Brian Highcotter will start P6 for our feature event.
How long does this warm up?
We have a 5-minute warm-up and play again. Currently 4 minutes and 25 seconds remaining, drivers.
Okay, I'm gonna start my legs again. I got hot. Oh, Paul, I see it in the chat. Dope. Oh, it's 2 a lap and a half to go. That was harsh. But he was in heated battle with me. All right, I'll be right back.
All right, drivers taking a break here, and we have a commercial playing between our
Ricmotech
events.
high-performance sim racing equipment. Whether you're just looking to have fun, train for race day, or become a serious esports competitor, Ricmotech has you covered. Hundreds of name brand parts. Support from experts that love sim racing. Trusted by the pros. There's only one place to go, ricmotech.com.
Boy, the light's starting to go away here at Sandown Raceway in Australia. Beautiful Melbourne, Australia here this evening for round 6 of our Ricmotech Hotlap Humpday Challenge to you. Coming to you live on the Simpit show. We do welcome all of our viewers for our final feature race coming up here this evening, and we appreciate all the viewers that have been hanging in here for the entire evening tonight. 3-hour broadcast of the June edition of the Ricmotech Hotlap Humpday Challenge. And here's how it works. Every month on the third Wednesday, we put on these events. We don't give away the car or track combination. We just put up the session. Drivers come out and join us for this event, and we give away a Ricmotech Racing Simulators t-shirt to the winner of our feature event each month. Now, if you win one of those monthly events, you secure yourself a ticket in the final Hump Day Challenge in December of 2022, where you have an opportunity to win $500 in sim racing equipment, sponsored by Ricmotech. Of course, we do appreciate Ricmotech for coming out and putting these events on each and every month. And, well, if you feel like you've got an opportunity to win one of these, come out and join us in July, as we'll be putting out another incredible car track combination for all of you to come out and race it on. Again, $500 in equipment will be given away in December of this year. Really looking forward to that final event. It's always very exciting to put on that championship event every year. You never know where we're going to go for that final event, too. And the drivers that have made their way into that final event will have no idea what car or track they're going to have to do for that final series to win that $500. So you never know. They could end up in a rally event. They could end up in a monster truck event. Could be open wheel, GT3 racing. Could be NASCAR. You never know what we're going to do for that final Hump Day Challenge. Just over 1 minute remaining here in our practice between our first event and our final feature event here this evening. We're taking the top 12 drivers here tonight. From our first event, we had 14 that were in the first event. And I'm hoping with the way the sun is looking that we're going to get the second race in before dark. It's going to be a little tough out there. I think we'll have just enough daylight to get this in. Robbie, how you feeling? You got a little break there and shook off a little sweat?
Yeah, no shit. This thing is brutal.
Yeah. All right, drivers, we're just outside of 30 seconds remaining in our practice here tonight. Just out of 30 seconds remaining. Top 12 drivers. The top 12 drivers from the first event tonight will be featured in this second round. This is where it all comes down to, drivers. You're going after that Ricmotech Racing Simulators t-shirt and also a ticket to an entry in that $500 championship coming up in December. So again, tonight, you win that t-shirt, you also win an entry into that final championship for the $500 in sim equipment in December of this year.
Are the headlights just always on?
No, just when it gets dark enough, they come on.
Okay, so I'm not in control of that.
Negative.
Okay.
All right, grid up.
Oh.
All right, drivers.
So you on the front row, Shaun?
Here we go. It's grid
second
time.
row.
It's go time.
P3.
Uh,
Behind Webster, who's very fast. Behind Climber, who is very fast. With Ricmotech 3
I'm
next
behind
to
all
me,
of
who's
you that
very
are really fast. So
With Brian right behind me, who's super fast.
Brian's figuring it out. He's okay.
I'm just having fun back here.
He's just having fun. That's right.
Tell him I'd like to. It's really hot in my sim room, so yeah, I'd
All
like
right,
to
here
take
we
my
go,
shirt
drivers.
off,
We're
but
going to do this one more time. 15-minute sprint race here. Let's make sure that we keep our situation awareness up. Let's get plenty of spacing in those tight corners when battling at the end of this event. Again, we've inverted the top 6, so those drivers that are up at the front, be mindful that you're going to have drivers trying to work their way through the field, but you know what? You have every right to defend your position. You only get to defend it once. You do not block. An altering move a second time is considered a block. I will drive you through the pits if you do block. So one time to defend. That's it here this evening. All right, drivers, we wish you the best of luck. Again, remember, you win this event, you've got yourself as a ticket entry into that final $500 giveaway in December. Here we go, drivers. Stand by for green.
Kevin, after the start clear, Mike, you got static again.
Green, 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 drivers.
Whoa, Cole, you're the problem. Don't be the problem.
Oh, Shaun, hold on, buddy. Hold on.
I don't
Coming
know
down
how.
through one, a lot of traffic. I don't know how they held on to it there. But right out front, we have David Clymer. Oh, no, and there goes a car around. I think that's Highcotter that might have gotten spun. Yep. Shaun Cole holding on to it back there. Oh, we have another collection, 7 and 19 getting together coming off the final corner. This is where it gets exciting, folks. That sixth-place driver that won that first race, they're having to work their way back through the field, and unfortunately, Brian
Tell me
Highcotter
when you
having
get
some
to me,
rough luck
Brian.
there at the back. Watching Paul Webster now coming down into that 6, 7, 8, 9 complex. Let's see how he fares as he's trying to work his way back up through the field. Back up to the front now, David Clymer getting a good run out of 10. He's got quite a bit of gap now. This is going to help him dramatically. Ricmotech 3 coming down into the turn 11, and we've got a driver off into the wall. Number 6 car comes out. That's, I believe, the 19 car. Taking
Webster.
quite a
No
bit of
way.
damage. Webster is going to fall way back with that damage. Let's see if he's able to keep going. It looks like he's able to get somewhat back up to speed here. That's going to put him way back in the field there, all the way back to P8, actually maybe P9 at this point. The drivers are sorting themselves out now as they're coming down through 3. Got another battle here going on between Shaun Cole. Shaun gets the position. He takes it over. Shaun Cole now up to P4. P5, rather. Lake Northcutt trying to hold on to P6 as he's feeling pressure from behind. Robby Unser now trying to make his way back up through the field. Robby Unser sitting P7 at the moment. Let's see what he can get done. He's feeling some pressure from behind. I believe that's Paul Webster trying to get a move done now. He's on driver's left to Robby Unser.
Had a damn slow down.
Oh, Robby had to slow down. He's had to drop a couple of positions. Put too much of the curve there. Ryan Highcotter now.
Who got up into P2.
Ryan has made his way up to P8 already, working his way back through the field. He's got Paul Webster right up ahead of him there. He and Paul really duking it out in practice earlier with their lap times. This is going to be difficult for Brian to make his way around a couple of these drivers here. All of them had pace. Car, Blake Northcutt has a lot of damage on the rear end. He's certainly going to be affected with downforce going through some of these tight corners, especially coming down into this S section at the high speeds that they are.
Yeah, I can't believe he went through as fast as he did. That's why I let off him.
Paul Webster doing everything he can to get up on the back end of that 16 car, and he does it going into turn 9 here. He looks to the inside, trying to get a move done. Driver's left, not able to make it happen. 16 comes through 10 with about a 2-car length gap. They work their way down into 11 and 12. They'll snake their way out, work their way up onto the front straightaway. The 16 gets loose. That's the downforce we were talking about. And there's the move on the 19 around the outside. He should get that done coming down into 1. He is going to make the pass, and he clears them. Now Highcotter looks to the inside. He's going to try and get a move done, but he thinks better of it, steps back. He's got a car sideways in front of him. That's going to cost him time. Back to Shaun Cole now. He's trying to work his way up to the Ricmotech 2 car. A 110.115 for Ricmotech 2. A 109.2 for Shaun Cole. A 1 second gain on that last lap. Ricmotech 3 having a good run with their 109.6 on their last lap. Aldous Butelli having a good solid run up here in P2. Doing everything he can to try to close that gap on David Clymer, and look at Clymer, a 109.4 on that last lap. Holding down P1 with no problem. Oh, he goes wide out of the final corner. Oh, he's going to lose probably a half a second there. David sitting in a perfect position to bring this home. 10 more minutes is all he has to do to keep his composure and get himself that entry into that final championship. Aldous Butelli doing everything he can to work his way up, sitting on a 108.6. Oh, it sounds like we had trouble out of Shaun Cole. Shaun dumps it in turn 1.
Sorry about that, Blake.
Oh, no, Shaun trying to get himself righted. Several cars go by. Kenneth Eastup, Northcutt, Robby Unser. Ryan Highcotter.
You know you're missing a rear wing, right?
Up to P7.
Yeah, you're blowing me away how fast you. I keep looking, thinking you're going to spin. It's like, nope, he's good.
Kenneth Eastup looking to make a move on Blake Northcutt as well. He gets it done on driver's right coming into turn 6. Wow, that was a fast entry. Heavy on the brakes as he drops it down into 9. Great run out of Kenneth. Blake Northcutt drops another spot now. Now he's feeling the pressure of the number 20 of John Hill. John looking to move his way up into this final event. Back up to the front here, Brian Highcotter comes across the line, now in P6. I just want to point that out. He is working his way back up through this field. Paul Webster just ahead of him, and as we stated earlier, both of these drivers running very close lap times all evening. Ricmotech 2 having an incredible run with a 109.2 on the board on their last lap. Ricmotech 3 just ahead of them with a 108.9. As these drivers are now under headlights in the dark at Sandown Raceway. Not an easy place to drive in the dark. This is one heck of a Ricmotech Humpday Hot Lap Challenge tonight. Back to the front, David Clymer. That gap is coming down now on Clymer. That number 242 starting to feel some pressure. He's seeing those headlights getting larger and larger in that mirror. Aldous Butelli, Aldous Butelli, excuse me, a 108.593 to David Clymer's 109.1. A 0.6 of a second gain on that last lap. 7 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Can Clymer hold on and keep that? Oh, he gets loose coming out of 1. That's going to bring Aldous right up on his back end. 3 car lengths back now. Clymer really feeling the pressure. Coming out of turn 4, Aldous Butelli right up on his back end. He's going to go after the slipstream here. Who would be our next driver in contention here? Ricmotech 3 came in with a 109.6. I don't know that he's going to be able to climb up on Aldous. He'll have a difficult time even catching the leader. So it's really going to come down to the 2 drivers up front, provided Highcotter doesn't continue to climb like he is. He could find himself back up front. Drivers now complaining about vision. It's difficult to see where they're at on the track. Oh, we've got another driver.
Oh, you got to slow down.
Clymer once again. Clymer's off the side of the track. Now we see Highcotter gain another position. Highcotter up to P5 now. 6 minutes and 30 seconds remaining as we watch that 05 machine just blistering this track of Sandown Raceway. Robby Unser finds himself P7, having a really solid run in our final feature. Paul Webster right up on the heels of Ricmotech 2. Here he goes, driver's left. The defend is happening. He goes out in the grass. Oh no, the 2 of them come together. They're both in the wall. Highcotter has another opportunity to save it. Both cars sliding drivers left. They both get by. Climber goes by. Now both of those drivers are moving up into the 6, 7, 8 complex, fighting themselves now up in the top 5. Highcotter doing everything he can to work his way through 10 here and get up to the front of the field. Ricmotech 3, Ricmotech 2, Aldous Butelli, all of them coming out of the final corner. Highcotter now coming out of the final quarter. That's how close they are. Paul Webster gets a good run up off the final corner, a 109.6 his final lap. He's doing everything he can to recover from his last mistake. What a change in this event. Aldous Butelli now feeling the pressure of Ricmotech 3 as both of these drivers are now starting to come closer and closer together. Highcotter now coming out onto the backstretch. He sees blood in the water. He's now trying to make his way to the front of the field. Just under 5 minutes remaining. David Climber doing everything he can to hang on to Brian's back end, using all that slipstream possible as he's now feeling the pressure of Paul Webster in P5. This is coming down to one heck of an exciting finish. As we look out front, Aldous Butelli has made his way around the driver that was up front, David Climber. David falling back after that mistake in the final corner of turn 12, or approaching the final corner, rather. Highcotter comes in with a 109.2. Ricmotech 3 gets a little loose off of 1 as he's trying to hold on. That number 9 car of Aldous Butelli feeling that heat. Right up on the back end there. Now he's opened up a little bit of a gap, though. A little bit of a gap. As Ricmotech 3, the simulator in Miami. That driver got a little loose coming through 1 and lost about 5-6 car lengths on Aldous Butelli. Aldous coming down into turn 9 now. Oh, and he goes deep. He's in the dirt. Aldous is now trying to get himself righted back on track. He now drops another position. Now we find the Ricmotech 3 driver up into P2 here this evening. David Climber in P4, still holding on to a shot at a top 5. Robby Unser in P5, now working his way through, and we have another driver off track in the background. Ricmotech 2 now into the wall. The fatigue is now setting in. Robby Unser coming to the line. Let's see what kind of time he laid down. A 111 flat on his last lap. Obviously dealing with a little bit of aero damage on the front of his car from an earlier incident. David Climber holding on to P4. He came in with a 110.3. Highcotter with a 108.8. Just laying down unbelievable times out here. Aldous Butelli with his mistake on the last lap. A 113. Brian Highcotter now just not even 3-4 seconds back now from Aldous Butelli.
How long is this thing left? What do we got?
2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Could be 2 laps remaining as they come to the line. Timothy step back there in P10. Ricmotech 3 comes across the stripe in P1. That driver in that simulator at the open house event holding on to the lead here. We should have white flag next time by. Aldous Butelli doing everything he can to work his way up to that Ricmotech 3 driver, trying to rebound from an early mistake. Brian Highcotter, all he can do to get within the slipstream, it's going to take everything he has to hit those marks on every single corner to get up to the rear end. The track is literally dark. The headlights are all these drivers have to go by and muscle memory from when it was daylight. Very difficult scene out here tonight at Sandown Raceway as John Hill has an issue. He's now in the pits as he has trouble. Several drivers now have made their way into the pits from issues on track. Unfortunate. Kenneth Eastep is probably going to pick up another position here. Shaun Cole now feeling the heat from Blake Northcutt. Paul Webster feeling the heat of Shaun Cole. Shaun Cole back in P6, coming into the final couple of corners here. Shaun trying to get a move done here. Gets a little bit loose coming off the final corner, but gets a decent exit. Let's see if he can get up into the slipstream here. Shaun Cole holding P7, Paul Webster P6, Robby Unser P5. Robbie's going to be feeling a little bit of pressure here on this last lap. Paul Webster trying to make his way up to Robby Unser. Robby comes through turn 4, tries to get a smooth run off the corner, gets it
And doesn't.
loose. Oh no, he's going to have to defend. Robby goes driver's right. Here comes
Yeah.
driver left. Paul
Got him.
Webster's got a run on him. This is the battle for P5. Back to the front. It's going to be Ricmotech 3 taking the win here this evening. Udelis Poltelli taking second place. Brian Highcutter, P3, after that incredible drive back to the front. P4 is going to go to David Clymer. What a solid run for Mr. Clymer tonight. Great to see him out here having such a great run. P5, that's going to go to Robby
shit.
Unser, or Paul
Nope.
Webster rather. Robby
Paul.
Unser, P6. P7, Shaun Cole. Robby Unser and Shaun Cole coming in right behind each other. What a finish here tonight. Unbelievable. Blake Northcutt coming in with P8. What a run out of Blake tonight.
We either need to schedule full moon night
Right?
or start like maybe an hour early.
All right, drivers, what a run tonight. I tell you what, we didn't plan on it getting dark here. We do apologize for that. What an incredible drive. I'll tell you, it sure added to the Ricmotech Humpday Challenge
job,
for June
Brian.
this year, no doubt about it. We do want to congratulate our winner here tonight, the driver in the Ricmotech 3 simulator in Miami, Florida. Big congratulations to that driver. Aldous Butelli coming in second place tonight. Great to have Aldous out. Good solid run for Aldous. Brian Highcutter, what a drive back to the front. Started P6 and turned around, had a mistake and got his way back up to P3. David Clymer. David, what a solid run out of you tonight, buddy. Had a little mistake there later in the race, but way to come back and hold on to P4. Paul Webster, what a run out of you tonight there, buddy. I thought you were going to get up there to P2 at one point, but Paul coming in P5 this evening. Robby Unser finishing P6, Shaun Cole P7, Blake Northcutt P8, Kenneth Eastep P9, John Hill P10, and the two simulators, Ricmotech 2 and 4 out of Miami, rounding out our top 12. We do want to thank each and every one of you for coming out tonight. We do want to thank Shaun Cole from the Simpit for bringing the broadcast this evening. Drivers, be sure to go back and at least check out this final event here this evening. My gosh, it was exciting. Would love for you guys to check it out. Again, Shaun Cole from the Simpit, broadcasting this event every single month. 3 hours he comes out here and puts his heart and soul into this thing and drives on track while he's broadcasting. So, man, oh man, he does one heck of a job. We do appreciate Shaun. And
Thank
of
you.
course, Robby Unser. Robby, thanks for coming out again tonight. You're
Thank
here
you.
with us every single month. We do appreciate all your input and all your exciting commentary, my friend. And thanks to everyone else at Ricmotech. We do appreciate the entire team down there. Big thanks to Frank Rico and all of his efforts in putting this event on for all of the sim world out there. We thank everyone for coming out tonight. We do appreciate each and every one of you. Have a great night. We'll see you the third Wednesday in July.
Awesome. Thank you, Kevin Ford.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Robby and Brian, for joining me on the stream. And of course, I will give my big thank you to Ricmotech for hosting the event and a really, really fun event. Tough combination, as John Hill mentioned. And yeah, an extra congratulations to Ricmotech, because I think this is the first time a Ricmotech sim has won the event. So, job well
Be
done.
great
You
to
see
get
our
an
winner
interview
there.
if we could.
Yeah. Actually, you guys want to talk to the winner?
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
bring him in.
let's bring-
him
Hang
in.
on, let me give him a headset. Hang on a second.
Kevin Ford back in.
So
Yeah,
could you
right,
even
kid.
see
Sorry,
the
Shaun.
brake
No
zone at
problem.
the end, Brian?
Hello?
Hey, how you doing, buddy? What is your name, my friend?
Christian Gomez.
Christian, my gosh, I'll tell you what, I know you, my friend. What a run you had tonight. I didn't realize that was you in that car. I tell you what, I'm curious, do you always drive the cars like a wet noodle, or is that, just something you did tonight?
No, that's always how I drive it. That's always my driving style. Just very quick reactions, driving on the limit, and yeah, very happy to have won here tonight. First time at this track ever in any. Driven the supercars before, but this was an interesting night, especially on the motion rig.
Well, I tell you,
Oh, yeah.
you had to really work your way through the field. It wasn't an easy win for you by any means. Of course, you were, had the advantage of some of the misfortunes of other drivers out there. But I tell you what, you hung in there strong from your starting grid position in that second race to work your way all the way up to the front like that was just an incredible, impressive drive. So, and anybody you want to thank out there for your incredible win tonight?
I'd like to thank Ricmotech, obviously, for hosting this great event. I'd like to thank the Simpit as well for also hosting this great event. And, yeah, just very happy. I'd like to say hi to Panther Esports. I'm a sim racer for that organization, so got this win for them finally. So, yeah,
well,
something we've been wanting to do. We've been competing in the CIL. We're competing in championship racing. So
wonderful.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, fantastic. Well, you do know, Christian, that this gives you a ticket into the finale in December where you may have a shot at getting that $500 sim racing prize.
I am well aware of that now, and I like pedals I used tonight, so that'll be going to that budget. So
there you go.
Yeah, very, very happy about that, and yeah, I got to give me a set of these. I felt really comfortable.
Oh, well,
Awesome.
fantastic. You betcha. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you in that December championship event where one lucky driver is going to win $500 in Ricmotech sim racing gear. Christian, thanks for being with us tonight. Congratulations on your win, and we'll look forward to seeing you next month.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great job.
Yep, take care. All right,
Yeah,
Shaun,
and-
back to you, buddy.
And as Oldest said, one mistake is all it takes. Totally true. Oh, Weber, you were so fast, but you were like, you could tell you were like finding the perfection because you were so fast, but just a couple mistakes here and there took you out of what I thought you could have won the whole thing tonight. But things have just gone a little differently tonight. But great job. I saw you out there several times. You were very strong. Anyway, great event. I want to thank. I'm going to go ahead and play the Ricmotech tour real quick so you can see it one more time. This is the facility that everybody is hanging out in right now. So you saw Christian, our winner. This is where he is. All the gear everywhere there and all the rigs set up. And you saw first ever, not only podium, but winning the event by a Ricmotech rig. In-house contestant winning the whole event. Just awesome fun for everybody, I think. And what was just a really fun, so Weber's just said Thunderfoot, too used to GT3 traction control, which I think is probably the story for everybody out there tonight that just used to cars that get a little more grip and you can just be a little more aggressive on exit of the corner. And these were just like, whatever you do, do not touch. It's almost like they had wheels made of wooden wheels in the rear. Crazy lack of traction, but super fun. And it made everybody adjust. And I didn't hear any real complaining tonight. Sometimes we get combinations and you can tell the negative vibe. And sometimes you get one where despite troubles, there was a pretty positive vibe and some really good fun racing and a few tough moments. I know, I don't know who it was, so a big apology by me. At some point, I know I chopped somebody into the corner. They're looking inside. And I'm like, yeah, my spotter didn't say anything. I'm going for the corner. And I think they had to really check up and spun out. Not sure who that was, but whoever it was, a little bit of sorry there. How's this hacker getting back on my website again? No, I do not want naked HD fun. Report. There we go.
Oh, I get those messages.
I'm going to report them. I almost want to report them for worse. I just put it for pornography, but I could have clicked something worse.
Right.
Yeah,
Dirty.
it's like...
that's so frustrating. Yeah.
Okay. That's not... Luckily, knock on wood, that is something that I've been
pretty lucky about the channel. Anyway, okay, they got my report. They understand I'm not happy with that person. Anyway, really good fun. Thank you, Kevin, for being on the mic. Thank you, Robby, for hanging out. Thank you, Brian, for showing us the way and the fast way that is, and another great event. So thank you all for tuning in. Thanks for being part of the show. I'm done with thank yous. That's going to do it for this one. This is the Simpit. I'm Shaun Cole, and I'll see you. We will see you on the track.